you doing today? Shucks. Season officially underway. We didn't have to wait long. Why? Because we went deep into the playoffs again. It's become a habit. Welcome to the newbies. Fam, the question is, did the Niners get better or worse? The opening days of free agency offer a challenge to that answer, but not really. I mean, they added some solid starters, but some depth did escape. We lost way more than we brought in. But hey, but you know what's exciting about that? What we're going to bring in next. You know, every time we bring people in, they do things we didn't know they were going to do. This is what I love about our scouting team. The people out there assessing talents and bringing them in. The 49ers always keep it exciting. This is why when people say, get rid of Shanahan. No, I'm not in that bag game. No. They may piss me off on occasion, but overall, we're a football club ran by football guys. I know, I know what you said. Jalen said, Ronbo, man, I'm telling you, man, he got one more year. Hey, I ain't going to use the word patience. I'm just going to say, it could be worse. We could be the Rams. To be fair, the organization still has a lot of time and space to adjust the voids. The draft won't be expensive this year since the Niners will be shopping in the less expensive rounds where they do their best work, by the way. Also, with a solid core in place, any free agents left will only be added if their price is within the current budget. And they know that. In fact, most of the guys that will be coming over just want to be 49ers anyway. It's a great place to be. San Francisco, one of the classiest cities in the entire United States. People of San Francisco are real, unlike those in SoCal. Delusional folks thinking they're going to be back to the Super Bowl next year. I'm kidding. You know what? Even the Rams know better than to make statements like that, especially in front of me. Rams, but you guys keep on coming over to Twitter. I'm loving it. Look, yeah. So tonight, fam, going to the phones for your opinion of the new additions and replacements and the impact you're expecting in comparison to the last few seasons we went. Because regardless to what anybody says, we have been in the thick of things every year since 2018. We've been in it, and we've been predicted to do well. And as far as Super Bowl goes, we were predicted to get in there and win it, but we didn't. I know. Listen, Buffalo Bills, once upon a time, just an amazing team. They win 4 times. This is what I don't want. Next time we go, we've lost 2. Next time we go, we got to win it. So when we do go, we're not going in a half step, and we're going in at full force and ready to roll. Which was this. It was this year. Even with Brock Purdy, who was doing a fine job, he did all he needed to do, and I still think 49ers are going to win it. I'll get it argued. I don't argue hard against that with others who try to tell me, Ronbo, man, no, you sound like Dallas and Oakland. No, I'm just saying. I mean, Dallas and Oakland, you're right. They have no business talking the way they do. But I know that team was ready. Anyway, fam, at the base of the screen, you'll see all the information you need because people are always writing me letters asking me how do I call in. See at the base of the screen, you'll see the phone number and the PIN number too. Look in the description as well. All the info's right there. Get on in here and let's talk some 49 football. We've talked about Hargrave and Darnold. Did you check out Sam today in the interview and the guys? That was enlightening, wasn't it? I immediately liked the personalities. I like Clelin Ferrell. I had a huge. The argument was unreal with this guy, but we're not taking Nick Bosa, Ronbo. It's Clelin Ferrell all day. What? No, I don't. No, we're not. It's Bosa. It is Bosa. It's Bosa. Clelin Ferrell can't hold Bosa's job. No, man. And that went on for a week before the draft. And of course, chalk another one up for Ronbo, who's right 90% of the time, by the way. Anyway, fam. But what did you deduct from that conversation from both? I like both of them. I like the way Darnold skipped to dodge questions about whether he was coming, especially that one question he said, my understanding is that you were told that if you're the best quarterback in camp, that I love the way the guy stuttered when he said, the job will be yours. Sam says, no, I'm not here to do. I'm just here to do anything I can to help this team win. Darnold's got, rookies, they don't come in, they don't know what to say. But guys that have been around the league for a while, they know just what to say. Don't piss anybody off. Don't say anything that's going to embarrass your organization. Don't say anything to potentially embarrass yourself. I'm impressed, Darnold. I am impressed. The Niners added some help to their secondary yesterday on Wednesday with the signing of Isaiah Oliver. Let's get right into the two next. We already talked about Hargraves. We already know what he's going to do. Guy's going to be he's going to be such a huge addition. And people are already yelling and screaming, trade Javon Kinlaw. Bruh, fam, oh man. Hey, let me ask you a question. You're a GM sitting in somewhere anywhere. I give you a call, I'm John Lynch. Listen, I got Javon Kinlaw, make me an offer. Who is this? I'm John Lynch. John, you must think I'm a damn fool, man. John, don't call me back here. Seriously, don't call me. Nobody is going to give anybody in San Francisco a damn thing for Javon Kinlaw. Stop it. Stop it. We're stuck with him. He's got to get better this year, and then maybe something. Nothing. You'll get nothing for Javon Kinlaw. And the 49ers can't cut him. And that's why they set that up. So when teams say, "Oh, this is a mistake," no, you can't, because you'll get a dead cap shot. He's ours, fam. He will be ours this year. He won't. The thing is, we don't have to depend on him as much as we needed to last year. But the Javon Kinlaw's here, fam. He got one more year, and he's got one more year to prove himself, and I hope he does. By the way, I'm not against Javon Kinlaw. That's a monster. I want him to be able to get better. But we'll see. Anyway, the Niners did have some help. As I mentioned, Isaiah Oliver, who comes to San Francisco after spending his first 5 NFL seasons with the Falcons. According to NFL Media's Mike Garafolo, the Niners have agreed to terms on a 2-year contract with Oliver. The signing comes after the Niners lost Emmanuel Mosley in free agency. Shocker. We thought 49ers said, oh, he's just coming off an ACL. He'll probably be willing to, do whatever we offer him. He should be fine on a prove-it deal. Prove what? E-Man signed a 1-year, $6 million deal with Don Burr's Lions. Robbie Gould is still hanging out. Have you noticed that? Nobody signed him. I still think he comes back to San Francisco. I'm with Lombardi on this one. I think he comes back. I give him another week. Robbie doesn't need preseason training. He's going to be Robbie no matter what. Niners lost Jimmy Ward, who played most of the snaps at the nickel quarterback spot last year, as you know. Dub didn't appreciate the designation, though. Said bye and signed a 2-year, $13 million deal with the Texans. Damn, Dub. Now, Dub, I'm just going to be weird not seeing you out there this year after all this time, man. You go back way, way, way back. Dub, good luck to you, man. God. Oliver played 262 of his 426 snaps in 2022 in the slot. Where Dub said, I ain't playing no slot, y'all. Coach, I'm a safety. Pay me like a safety. I'm the best safety you got. Boy, I said, we kind of like Gibson. Jimmy, listen, you're going to help us out, boy. No. Ms. Oliver's baby boy spent the first 5 games of the 2022 season on the injured reserve after missing most of 2021 due to a season-ending ACL injury. Falcons activated him on October 15th of 2022. Oliver is a 26-year-old, brings a good amount of experience to the Niners and a versatility that is reminiscent of J-Dub. Not as talented as far as all those positions, but he can play the slot, apparently. Chances given Oliver's history that he'll primarily get a look at the nickel spot, which is where Ward filled in during the 2022 season. He did it very well, but he was not liking it for one moment. Some of the things to know about Oliver: he's versatile, but nickel seems to be his fit. Oliver he's a 6', 180-pounder. Started his NFL career on the outside with the Falcons, but has since been focused on the nickel spot and has also seen some snaps as safety along the way. Oliver said in 2020 via the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, quote, I'm really big on helping the defense in any way that I can. It's become a cliche with football players. Whether that's at nickel, whether that's outside or at the safety, if they need me up in the concession stand, I can get on up there. He didn't say that. Just being a DB and helping the team in any way that I can, really. Whatever fits best for this defense and that scheme and that week. Honestly, wherever that is, that's fine with me. Unquote. And that's what you want to say with Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch anyway, because they want players who can play more than one position and do them well. But while he can help out in the multiple spots, nickel has been Oliver's best position in the NFL, make no mistake. In fact, it was a move to nickel after his second season that helped him rebound from a disappointing start to his career. The shift to nickel put his career on the right path, finally. Falcons fans had high hopes for Oliver after the team selected him in the second round of the 2018 NFL draft. In fact, I just want to say about this, that's why I don't get crazy anymore about the draft. Well, after Nick DeForest Buckner, I had a right to get crazy. Solomon Thomas, I was right about him. Reuben Foster, I was definitely wrong about him. Falcons fans had high hopes for Oliver after the team selected him, as I mentioned, in the draft, but some ups and downs over his first two seasons didn't exactly make him a fan favorite, according to Falcons.com beat reporter Tori McElhaney. Tony, man, I hope you're here tonight, Tony, because you know what? I want to hear more about this guy, Oliver. McElhaney wrote in 2021 about Oliver, quote, "Ever since coming to the Falcons beat in 2020, I quickly noticed how little this fan base cared for Oliver. There were radio stations that wouldn't even say his name when the hosts were asking me about him. They would simply use his number as an identifier." Ooh, that's cold. As 2020 went on, I wondered about Oliver being the favorite punchline of Falcons Twitter. He wasn't perfect at cornerback, far from it, and he struggled against certain teams. Quarterbacks had a 75.6% completion rate against Oliver, and receivers averaged 12.5 yards per catch, unquote. Well, that's enough to make anybody mad, though. But, fam, then came the move to nickel. Sometimes you can put a player in position to win, and he will win. That's Oliver. Oliver began to thrive in his new role and soon became a fixture at the position. Falcons interim coach Raheem Morris said in 2020, per the AJC, this year he came out, struggled a little bit outside, moved him inside. He's developed into a communicator, a blitzer, a person that uses his hands and can do a couple of different things there, unquote. In 2022, Oliver graded out at 77.9 for the season by PFF in a Week 16 win over the Cardinals. Oliver had 9 tackles and a sack while drawing some heavy praise from now retired Falcons DC Dean Pease. How did he do that? I didn't even know Dean Pease had slipped out of the action. Pease said this about Oliver, quote, "He played one of the best defensive games since I've been around. He had a hell of a game. Sack, tackle for loss, a couple of PBUs. Playing nickel, playing safety. I told him the other day, I've obviously been around a long time and had a lot of defensive backs and stuff, but that was as good of a performance from a defensive back that I can remember in a long, long time, especially from where he's coming back from injury and stuff like that. I just couldn't be prouder of the guy," unquote. See, as I was reading along, I got a little concerned. These numbers aren't good, John, Kyle. What's up with this? We got people who can handle us at the edge. Let him work the slot. Oliver had 203 total tackles, 7 tackles. Because, we didn't put the Shark out on the edges, but the Shark, you put him in the slot. And I loved asking the question all game. Fam, you seen, where is, who's, where is the Rams, Cooper, where's Cooper Kupp? Is he playing today? Is Tyler Lockett in this game? The Shark had put the bite on them boys, and they were a non-factor all damn day. Now, if we got another Shark, I'm going to be delighted. Oliver had 203 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 3 forced fumbles, 2 sacks, 34 pass defense, 2 INTs in 62 games, 38 starts in Atlanta. And as Pease mentioned, he also had to overcome a significant injury along the way. A major injury is in recent history. Oliver's success at nickel took a detour when he suffered from that ACL. In Week 4 of the 2021 season, the injury sidelined him for the remainder of the 2020 and 22 season. The Falcons missed Oliver when he was out of the lineup and weren't able to find someone to fully replace him. See, that's when you know somebody's good. You notice him after he's gone. Hopefully we're not saying that thing about some people we've seen leave. Meanwhile, Oliver seemed to struggle at first with what he faced after tearing that ACL. Oliver said per ESPN, quote, it was a lot to really understand, a lot to really grasp at the time, and it just seemed like it was going to be impossible to get back to where I was at, unquote. Oliver was in the final year of his rookie contract when he sustained that injury. Bad timing. That's got to freak you out. If you're a rookie, you've been doing so anyway. You look at Javon Kinlaw, who's in that same boat now. What if Javon blows up this year? I never said anything real bad about him other than I wish he could do better. But that's why I like to reserve comments until, things are fair. Now Javon comes out and busts that. See, man, that's why I didn't say nothing, man. Y'all be all over that boy, man. Had him traded, called him a bust. I was waiting. See. Pete said in October 2022 per AtlantaFalcons.com, quote, when we lost him, you guys saw we had a different nickel almost. Every game, somebody tried it, and it just never had cohesiveness, just communication. The verbal part of it was just so much different. It's really remarkable, unquote. See, I'm liking this boy already. I'm telling you, fam, I'm liking him. Isaiah stood out on the football field and on the track during his 3 years at Colorado. Dude was a 2-time All-Pac-12 winner. Decathlon and put up the highest point totals in the event for Colorado athlete in 40 damn years. This boy is blessed with gifts. Football-wise, Oliver posted 82 tackles, 3 INTs, 29 passes defense in 3 seasons with the Buffaloes. It was named first team All-Pac-12 in 2017. Before anybody starts, man, All-Pac-12, man, half of us could get that, man. No, you can't. It's tough. Give him some love. He did that before declaring early for the draft. Finally, you may remember Oliver, as everybody remembers every last INT Jimmy Garoppolo ever threw, right? You may remember Oliver got one from a play he made last season. Oliver made a leaping interception off of Jimmy G pass, bringing the 49ers drive to a screeching halt right before the halftime. Falcons went on to win that game, 28-14, handing the Niners one of their 4 losses on the season. Oliver made 3 tackles in the game, and his INT wound up being the only one he had in 2022. But now he's working with somebody. Steve Wilkes is going to probably turn him into something. Clelin Ferrell, real quick before we go to the phones. Clelin Ferrell became the latest addition to the 49ers on Wednesday, agreeing to terms to a 1-year contract. Probably Clelin, come on in here. We're going to have you work with some of the best coaches and the best coach defensive line in the friggin' country. You know about some of your buddies, man. Arden Key came over here. Now he's getting paid. You could be next. If it ain't us, it'll be somebody else. Get better, buddy. So, Ferrell, he's 6'4", 265, comes to the 49ers after 4 seasons with the Raiders, who selected him with the 4th overall pick in 2019 draft. Now, see, before you say, the Raiders just don't know how to coach up no kid on the defensive line. Max Crosby's over there. Max Crosby, I put Max Crosby on the other side of Nick Bosa. I put Max up there with anybody in the NFL as far as edge rusher. I said, that boy, man. Ferrell's down. The Raiders was disappointed based on what was expected from him coming into the NFL, but he'll now have a chance to become the latest in a line of D linemen who were able to jumpstart their career with a stint in San Francisco. Things to know about Ferrell: the Raiders drafted him too high. Yeah, they did. Do a quick drive into Ferrell's time with the Raiders via Google, and you'll find 2 common sentiments. He was drafted too high, and it's not his fault the Raiders drafted him where they did. Ferrell was the 2nd edge prospect selected in the 2019 NFL draft behind Nick Bosa, which, of course, there is no correlation between the 2 talents. But he was expected to be drafted much later in the 1st round, possibly even in the early 2nd round. There have been conflicting reports regarding who was more reasonable for the selection of Ferrell between the former Raiders head coach John Gruden and former general manager Mike Mayock. Where's Mike Mayock these days? Mike must have got embarrassed. He just left football entirely. But at the time, Mayock said the Raiders were sold on Ferrell, regardless of how far he could have fallen. Mike Mayock, who has since been fired, along with John Gruden, for different reasons, of course. But at the end of the day, this is a quote from Mike. At the end of the day, people act like the thought wouldn't occur to me to trade down and still get Clelin. Well, why didn't you, Mike? He was our guy, okay? And whether we got him at 4, 8, 10, it didn't matter. He was going to be our guy, unquote. A number of edge prospects picked after Ferrell had better careers at this point, most notably Max Crosby, who I was just talking about. But Ferrell's only 26 years old, fam. And that's not until May. Still has plenty of football ahead of him. If all goes well, he'll follow in the footsteps of Arden Key, who was another highly touted former Raiders pass rusher that failed. Niners were able to revitalize him. Mr. Ferrell's baby boy, though, played 58 games with the Raiders, which starts in his first 26. But over the past 2 seasons, Ferrell started just 4 games out of the 32 he played. He totaled 10 sacks and 105 tackles in his time with the Raiders with 32 quarterback hits, 2 forced fumbles, and 15 tackles for a loss. Clearly, Clelin didn't live up to his hype in terms of his pass rushing production, but he drew some praise for his run defense. I mean, I'll give him a point because I already got a terror. I got the Tasmanian Devil in the middle. I got the Terminator on the other side. I don't know what Drake's going to show us this year, but Ferrell was rated as the number 232 edge defender in the NFL entering the 2021 season by PFF, who added that Ferrell was trending at the time in opposite direction of teammate Max Crosby. That trend didn't last long, however, because Crosby since emerged as an all-pro caliber player. And playing next to NFL talent in all 3 years certainly made things easier for Ferrell. But his edge setting and rush plan improvements are self-made. He works hard. According to NFL.com analyst Lance Zierlein in 2019, Zierlein wrote, quote, his rush can be leggy and gradual and might not get, so from that alone, I already see what Coach Sochi say, hey, you're not the elongated man, all right? Get over here. You know what I want you to do? I want you to drill here for a bit. I want those steps short and quick. Listen, hey, yo, Nick, hang with Nick for about 15, 20 minutes. I'll be right over. See, he's just shortening it up. Matt, I can't wait to see how they develop this kid. Leggy and gradual and might not get home as often in the pros, but NFL coaching might further unleash his physical traits and turn him into a star. Ferrell is a complete defender and steady talent who could start early for 4 3-stop units. Who's 4-3? Us! Oh. I'm kind of liking Clelin. After I heard him talk today, I said, this kid's kind of sharp. I think he'll be okay. Sounds like he got drive. He likes the organization. He likes what we stand for. He likes the attitude, the atmosphere in the clubhouse. The 49ers have become the standard for a lot of players, especially defense. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he brings to the table. And as I look to my phone, it's everybody's favorite guy. It's it's a big show. It's a big show on the night show. Show, come on in, Pep.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Show, man. I'm liking what we did. I'm concerned about the voids and what we're going to pick up to replace some of the depth we had. But show, give me your assessment.
As far as my grade goes overall of free agency, this year in year 7, an F.
As if I were surprised. Show, elaborate on why you failed John Lynch.
We still don't have the most important position on our field taken care of.
Quarterback?
And that's quarterback. You can't keep going on forever and not pay a quarterback anything and expect to win a Super Bowl. History is not on your side with that aspect of the quarterback position. You just can't keep going on these rookie deals and expect them to deliver a Super Bowl ring. It's been 7 years now.
Show, because they backed themselves. The 49ers painted themselves in a corner now and don't know how to get out of it when it comes to that position, as you can see. Now, unless Trey comes out and just busts butt, that now looks like it may be a project that needs more time, right? Then you got the other.
These guys only have like 1 year left on their deal, Ronbo. How much more time?
I know.
How much more time are we gonna
You
wait?
know. So you know, I think Jet likes him. You know that, don't you? And then of course you lost Mr. Irrelevant, and we don't know what he's going to be like when he comes back yet. But Sam Darnold, as you saw his press conference, right? Sam Darnold knows he's
No,
going
I
to.
haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, well, you should watch it. I'm pretty sure Sam knows he's starting.
That's good news. I mean, the dude has been compared to Andrew Luck when he came out of the draft that year. He's got the athletic size that we're looking for. He's 6'3" and over 240 pounds. And he's accurate, very accurate with the ball, and he releases the ball pretty quick. And he's a gunsmith. He has
right
a
there.
cannon he has a cannon for an arm, Ronbo.
Yeah, and he's able to read defenses, which is this is the advantage that Darnold's going to have over the other two guys. He can read and react quickly. Now, if you can't do that with Kyle Shanahan's offense, yeah, you're going to have a problem.
He has 5 years of experience in the league already, so over the other two. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Lance has 3, but he hasn't played at all.
That's it. He doesn't have any
Barely
experience.
played.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's a starter day one either. I mean, it sure does sound like it, the amount of money we paid for him. So because we don't know how these guys are going to look coming off of their injuries. And history has shown in the past that quarterbacks who come off severe injuries like that haven't been the same.
And it's mental show. Can you imagine? Trey is what I worry about even more than Brock. Because Brock's arm's okay. He's going to be fine. But can you imagine Trey hesitating now because he doesn't want that pain again? Or he doesn't want to be laid up again? Because you get laid up in your first year.
Hesitating to run anymore?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't blame him.
Yeah, I don't either.
So it's an F for me. Like, unless Sam Darnold pans out, then my mind might change. But as of right now, it's an F. I can't give it an A. Like I couldn't even get excited about Javon Hargraves because Javon Kinlaw was a bust, and you could have paid the same amount of money to DeForest Buckner, and he looked back at that. If you didn't read his Twitter account, DeForest Buckner, he goes, "Oh, this is funny."
What did Buckner react to the 49ers signing Hargraves?
I believe so. He's like, he looked at the contract and said,
that.
like,
"Oh,
yeah." You have to go back and look at that. He was a little taken back by that. Like, wow, this seems like a similar situation. Like this
even
seems
after
similar
this
to my
length of
contract.
time, that means he wanted to stay in San Francisco. Well, we knew he did. The 49ers just wouldn't budge from the number.
Yeah. So I can't get excited about this free agency this offseason because we don't have the main important position on the field taken care of yet. It's still shaky. It's still, I don't care what Phil says. It's not something to be proud of right now. We can't brag about anything like that. Yes, we've been to Super Bowl appearances and stuff like that, but you have to win them with your quarterback. And we don't have a quarterback.
Well, so looking at Cal's offense, you do, but not really. He just got the quarterback for the most part just has to be an extension of Shanahan on the field. He can't think for himself, and Kyle's already proven that. I don't want you out there being the guy. Just do as I tell you, please.
Kyle Shanahan needs to realize that he needs to be the quarterback needs to be the guy because we have 7 years to diagnose that bullshit right there. And
I agree.
Look where it's gotten us, nowhere. Unless we don't have a quarterback for the next 5 years, then we're not going anywhere anytime soon.
Okay.
So,
come on now. That means we're no better than the Rams.
Truth.
No, it'll get better. Let's see what the quarterback room looks like this year. And
unless Sam Darnold pans out and turns out to be a baller, then
Sam
my
probably
mind,
could
like
play.
I said, my mind might change. I mean,
Sam could probably play with Kyle.
Sam's had the wrong coaches his whole entire career. So
yeah.
that poor guy, I don't think he's a bust at all. He just needs the right situation. So, and he had his best statistical year last year too.
Right.
Sam Darnold did. So he's on the uprise right now.
Did he get hurt last year?
So,
Sam's another guy though. Probably good.
I don't know, honestly.
He probably could be pretty good, but he gets hurt. Some guys just draw getting hurt.
Either gets hurt or fakes being hurt because he doesn't like the situation he's in.
I bet you there's a lot of guys that use that. Show, it's
Oh
gonna
yeah.
get better,
So
man.
all
I'm
right.
telling you. I look forward to seeing you smile. I mean, I want to see that day you come in. Rumble, I was a little depressed in the offseason, but I'm feeling pretty good about our chances now, and I do believe there is a
I
Super
hope so
Bowl
too,
on the
man,
horizon.
because it's been a long time, and I'm tired of waiting.
I know.
I'm not holding back anymore. I don't care about anybody's feelings. They can talk all these guys up all they want to, and make them be the greatest thing since sliced bread. I'm still gonna say what I feel, and that's the truth. That's what I feel.
And I wouldn't want it any other way. Show you continue that.
Argue with me, convince me I'm wrong.
Yeah, not me.
Where's the hardware? That's the bottom line. Where's the hardware?
There you go. I'm
Otherwise,
here for you,
convince me
Show.
I'm wrong.
I'm here for you. Tell you
All
what,
right,
Show, we got to go now.
Shout out to Papa Dragon. All right, shout out to everyone.
All right.
All right, take care.
Good night, Show. And he's right. Prove him wrong. Because, year after year, myself included, come up with these apologetic excuses and maybe false optimism. I don't know. I really, because I don't want to feel any other way. Show doesn't mind forming ulcers and things like that. I can't stand. Hey, Break. You haven't talked to Break in a long time. Break, come on in.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Break, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm feeling good about the guys who signed up. I'm a little concerned about the guys we need to pick up and fill the voids, who they're going to be. Because, depth is everything. That's why we've done such a good job last year. Our best defense, when you think about a Break, it wasn't about the defensive line was nowhere as good as it was in 2019, right? But we still managed
No doubt.
Yeah.
Hey, Ronbo,
still managed to be.
Is there any way you can call me back in a couple? I just got to the store. I don't know. It's going to be really choppy.
No, go right ahead. We can. You want me to a couple of callers later, or how you want to do?
Yeah, a couple. Yeah.
Okay. I'll be back. All right.
Okay. Thanks.
We shoot on over to. Hey, David.
Ronbo.
David. Come on in,
How's it going?
David's going okay. It's that time of year when expectations are, well, except for Big Show, expectations are not high. But I'm expecting good things because, no matter what our team does in the offseason, they seem to manage as long as everybody's not getting hurt. And by the way, David, even when we get hurt in droves, our guys the hospitals are running out of space for 49ers coming in because they're all busted up, right? But we still manage to compete.
This is true.
And I'm thinking,
I'm surprised they haven't paid for a hospital with the amount of ACLs and MCLs.
I know it's ridiculous.
The amount of knee surgeons. We should have specialists already.
Concussions and endless. My God. Dave, what do you think about what they did in the free agency period? And I didn't think we had any money to spend on anybody. Here we're spending all kind of money.
Just the main player. I mean, it was Hargrave, wasn't it? But the thing was, even with Buckner, that was the year we had the big Jimmy deal. So that's why we couldn't keep him.
Yeah.
I mean, if we didn't pay Jimmy all that money, then we could have kept Buckner.
Kept DeForest.
That's why that one fell through. I
Was
mean,
that-
it's just trying to
what
get
year
all
was
these
that?
positions that we need cover for. We
was-
seem to be losing players.
David, wasn't that
But we're not
2020?
covering
Buckner
it,
left
man.
in 2020, didn't he?
Yeah, it was the year after.
Yeah,
It
Jimmy
was the
Steele
year
was
after the
already.
Super Bowl.
Jimmy Steele was already 2 years old, wasn't it? Or did Jimmy get paid in 2019? No, he got paid at the beginning of.
It was the second year of the Jimmy deal.
Yeah, okay. Well,
But I think it was 25. But we didn't have much money then.
Well, they had way more than they have now. They don't have any money now. But I mean, when they paid Jimmy, I think they had a lot.
I mean,
of money.
we had less then than what we do now.
No, Dave, that's wrong. We had a lot of money back then. 2017, 18, 19 was the most money the 49ers have had.
Well, that was big.
Yeah, they've been losing money. I mean, when you start re-signing guys, that's when your money starts to go up. And Buckner wanted well over. They'd offered him 18, but he wasn't happy with that. So they were willing to pay him, but not what he wanted. So, yeah. But anyway, go ahead, elaborate on your point.
But it's cover for cover at the minute. We seem to be losing more than what we're gaining.
Yeah, as far as players,
we've lost a lot on we've lost a couple on the offensive line, which we haven't even touched yet.
Oh. They're trying to stay. They're trying to. You got a couple of youngsters they're trying to bring along.
But that could be. I mean, it just depends on who they've seen in the draft as well. I mean,
And
we
then there's
dropped
that.
a couple in the back.
Yeah, you know,
In the
every team
secondary.
does that though, David. They emphasize one line or the other. Now, with for the longest time, the Hawks always emphasized their defensive line and paid less to the offensive line, and Russell Wilson was almost killed in the process, right? But now with us, I wonder. We're spending most of our money on the defensive line as well. Now that I think about it, yeah.
But that's just it. We need to shore up that offensive line, especially with the rookies that we have. I mean, if you can't protect any of them, we can't afford what happened last year. I mean, I'm still struggling with that
I know.
crappy championship game. I'm still struggling with it. But if we don't have the line to protect them, they're going to go down just as easy. And that's the last thing we need.
Especially back-to-back years again.
Yeah. It can't happen this year. I know last year was a bad year, and we had cover for cover for cover, and it just happened. It was like it all came to an end in that game.
I know.
And it was just hard to take.
Dramatic fashion. We're watching ourselves just crumble helplessly. Have you ever had a more helpless feeling watching your team with no QB whatsoever? And they're trying to do things.
Has that ever happened to anyone?
I don't think so. It's got to be a first in the
I
playoffs.
really can't remember that happening to any other team.
I haven't even Googled that yet, but that's got to be a first. Lost every last quarterback.
Yeah.
So that's why they're moving now to have a third quarterback. If
You hope
necessary.
so. But, I mean...
We went through three now that I think about it, though. One, two. No, two. Yeah.
I mean, you pretty much got to have like four. And no team can afford four.
No. This is why I really wish they'd move legislation. Somebody said there was a whisper going around about not going, the cap should not include the quarterbacks. Wouldn't that be special?
Yeah. Because then you could at least have, you could go all out, at least have that main position covered. Because you just never know what's going to happen to them. And with us,
And it would behoove the league, too. It impacts the game. When
we're usually lucky that we're in our position and the way that we've been going with, not to say it's a Shanahan thing, but he's just been unlucky every year.
Yeah.
No matter what, it's either a leg or an arm.
Always. And
always.
And that's why Shanahan's not going to pay another quarterback.
No matter what, we seem to just struggle. We seem to get on a nice run, and it just all comes to a head at one point.
Bam. 49ers are dead.
And it all goes.
Yeah.
All goes. But fingers crossed it goes well this year.
Dave, we're gonna run out of time.
I can only hope.
I know. Dave, it's gonna be like I told Show. This is our year. Tongue in cheek.
I hope so. I want to be proven wrong, and
I want you and Show to be saying things like, "We've done it finally." With Show leading worse than any cheerleader. Yes, Niners, yes, go, 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 go. Dave, it's gonna be okay.
More than anything.
Hi, Dave. I'll see you Sunday if you got time. We haven't talked to you in a while, David. Good to hear from you.
And you. Take care.
You too.
Catch you later.
Looking forward to it. Bye, Dave. There's David out of Merry Old England. And it's Tony. Tony, get in here.
Ronbo, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Don't we call ourselves the Empire?
Yeah.
The Empire settle for mediocrity, or do they want to just come out and crush everybody?
They usually like to crush everybody and make them slaves. That's why they call us the Empire. Yes.
We're not doing a good job at it, I'll tell you that.
So we have our moments when we look like everybody else, mere mortals. But
So can understand where Big Show's coming from.
Yeah, I do too.
But,
That's why I never get mad.
You
at
know, it's depressing. But you know, what was that guy Hargraves? One thing I'll say about that guy, if he does the same thing for the 49ers as he did for the Eagles, I mean, we talked about it a couple of shows ago and how I said to you that sometimes quarterback pressures are just as good as getting sacks, and this guy had six
right.
of them.
Make him throw boo-boos.
More than a whole team.
Mm. I mean, the man's insane, and he's going to be playing next to Nick. That should be kind of funny. You can't occupy six guys on just Nick and Hargraves either.
He's going to play next to Nick. All we had to do was get Joey, and it would have been game over.
Oh. The league probably would have stopped that. They wouldn't have allowed it. I can just see it now. Okay, the 49ers have stepped beyond the line on this. We're not going to okay that deal. Yeah. God.
But my question is, got that dude for the nickel corner, is it?
Yeah. Oliver?
So,
yeah,
so that just goes to show Shanahan's arrogance anyway. So why didn't you just keep Jimmy and put him at safety if you're going to do that?
You know, they really like Gibson, Tony. Gibson got more done in 1 year than both. I mean, he got how many?
Did you see what Jimmy?
5 INTs. Yeah,
okay. Well, but did you see what Jimmy done to Pollard in that Cowboys game?
I know, right? Hey, you're preaching to the choir because I'm a Jimmy Ward fan from Ward. I've been defending Jimmy Ward against the hate for years. I couldn't believe the disrespect Shanahan showed him. I'm still a little bothered by that. That was out of line. I mean, come on, Kyle. You got to talk to him like that for. So.
Nah. And, you know, I mean, he had, in my eyes, Ronbo, anyway, you know, he was a little mini, what's his name? The way he used to hit players, you know, you can't teach that. It comes by nature. You're born with that skill. You know what I mean? It's very hard to teach.
Yeah.
So, you know, he come in and just smash people.
And once Jimmy grabbed you were not going to get away. He was like a Wolverine.
Yeah, just like they say about Patrick Mahomes, you know, that kind of, or Tom Brady, you know, that kind of player comes along once in a blue moon. And if you're there in the right place in the right time to snatch him, well, you know, I'm disappointed with that. But, you know, still we've got to shore up the offensive line because we don't want to, you know, come up with what happened at the end of the year. I mean, you can play, you know, people say, oh, what's wrong with these people? Look, the regular season is one thing, but when the playoffs start, you know, that's the rule. That's when the season starts. You make it to the playoff, you reset your whole way of thinking, and your season starts then. And these guys, the rest of the guys on the team played their asses off all year to get to there and to piss it away, the whole thing, just for one minor little detail and walk off the field disappointed. Come on, you know, how much more of that can these guys take?
You know, that's what I said after that game. I was really worried about that, Tony. How much fire do you have? I mean, as a ball player, you're probably going to get over that. I mean, Trent Williams has already talked about retirement after that game, right? But he's over it now. He can't wait to get back out there. But it's you feel it, you know, the frustration, oh man, well, I'm done. You're thinking to yourself, I'm done, and I know they're thinking that for a minute, man. So I agree.
Yeah, well, look at the players that look at Amenahue. Look at the Chiefs, mate. They look at surely the people that they've put on their team. They look bloody sexy. I'll tell you what.
Oh God, yeah. And they lost a couple of their offensive linemen, and I didn't even know that. You know, so I don't know. what they're doing over there. But I doubt that's going to be a problem come opening day.
Yeah. So we the other thing is we don't know how far along the depth chart the guys on the depth chart are. But I really want something for Nick Bosa this year, because if you remember towards the end of the season, he started getting tired, playing flat out all the time. So I want someone to rotate him in and out. So towards the end of the season, he's still got a full team. He started to run out a bit of steam at the end of this year.
Actually, that's true. But, there was no terror in the middle like what's in there now. Now, Nick,
Yeah, well, that'll help.
he may not have to work as hard because, they're chipping him, they're double teaming him. There were times I seen 3 guys on Nick's, a couple offensive linemen and a tight end. They were doing their best to keep Nick out. I said, that's just – see, some of those guys need to be somewhere else on that offensive line besides trying to stop Nick. Now, they've got to allocate – they can allocate that many guys over on Nick. That's not good. They can't do it now.
And as far as receivers go, Ronbo, I know there'll be a little bit of pushback on this, but I think because of their experience and their names, you can rotate them in and out as receivers and cause, what I'm like with confusion. I like to have mass confusion on the field so the other team doesn't know what to do. So I'd like to just get OBJ and DeAndre Hopkins and let's go play football.
Tony, hold that thought. We got to go now. But those are the things that are coming up next. Are they going to balance that offense anywhere else besides offensive line? That's a good subject. Tony, I'll see you. Because both of them are going to be out there. They really are.
Yeah.
I'll see you Sunday.
Shout out to the family and see you in the next chapter.
Looking forward to it, Tony.
Just one. Classic.
And, hey.
Cheers.
Cheers. Break, are you out of the store yet? You need more time.
No, I'm good, Ronbo. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Break. I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Thanks, man. Sorry about that.
Good, Break. Yeah.
Hey, you too, man.
Let's go through your mind here. The 49ers just picked up some people. We lost a lot of people. You can speak upon both issues if you want. Some of the guys we left, you think we're going to miss them. Some of the guys that have come in to replace, did we get better? What are you thinking?
Yeah, no, I think we did a good job. We lost a lot of depth, obviously. A lot of top-end stuff. Not really, I mean, Ebucom was, a nice pass rusher, but I got a weird feeling about Clelin Ferrell. I mean, I know he's been a bust. He was in, the Raiders drafted him, and he didn't go to a good system. He was projected to be a late first round, early second round type pick. And I think because he was taken in the 4th overall, maybe there was way more pressure on him. But if you just take away his draft status and, scrape all that stuff away where he went, I think we might have a little bit more in that guy. I think he might be a little bit better than a lot of people are giving him credit for. So
I agree. I believe that.
I mean, it's not a splash signing, but I think it replaces a little bit of the depth.
Breaks on the other side. But this is that part when you put the stuff in the car, and as you roll around to the other door, Break, we lost him.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you are. All right.
I'm sorry about that, Rombo. My phone.
Go ahead. You got to do what you got to do there. Go ahead.
Okay.
You sound
well,
good
I'm
now.
back.
Right.
Okay, right on. No, I was saying about the tackle we got. I like that too because we kind of did 2 things there. We got a need, and we also took away somebody from our biggest rival right now. So that was
I hadn't even thought about that and appreciated that enough. That's true, actually.
Yeah. So that's kind of like that works 2 ways. So, I think that was the whole DeForest Buckner. I still don't think what we did was wrong. We took a shot. We were able to get Brandon Ayuk with that deal too because we were able to get the firepower to trade up for Brandon Ayuk. Javon Kinlaw didn't work out, but I feel like this is the Niners' way of saying that we kind of dropped the ball on that. Didn't work out, but this guy's gonna fill in that spot, and I think.
Break. We lost you again.
Oh man, I don't know. Maybe it's my phone. Maybe I'll have to try it back another time. Sorry, man.
Break, you're okay now, though. I want you to finish that thought, though.
Okay, I don't know where I got kicked off, but I was basically saying it really feels good that we're able to get that defensive tackle that we lost with Buckner back in the day, and even DJ Jones last year. If you think about it, that was a big void. And I talked about that when we lost him. I think a lot of people are going to see that as a problem, and obviously we're getting round on, and DJ Jones was big on that. So this kind of fills that spot where this guy's really good against the run, and he also can get sacks from the defensive tackle position where not a lot of people can do that.
Buckner wasn't as good as Hargrave,
No,
he just
right.
wasn't.
This guy's stout. He's real low, so he wins all those battles. Low man wins, and he gets low. So maybe in the grand scheme of all these picks and all these free agents that we got and we lost, maybe we break even. But it's something different, and you never know what you're going to get. And you might get a little bit more out of these guys being with Chris Eric. Like I said, with Ferrell, this guy might get a lot more out of him, so it might not be that bad, So, like I said, let's wait and see how it looks. I never freak out about draft picks or any of that stuff anymore because you never know until we start seeing them in live games. Mm-hmm. But I feel good. They're making moves, and the fact that they did that right away and they spent money that I don't think anybody saw that coming, that made me feel good. They restructured. No, nobody did. And they restructured, so it made me feel good that hey, we're still out there trying. And even that the Sam Darnold pick or the pickup, that's great because who knows what's going to happen with our quarterbacks? Who knows? And that's good insurance.
Yeah.
Obviously. So
what's going to happen with the quarterbacks?
Nobody knows, but I feel good about it. Yeah, you never know. So all in all, I feel it's a pretty good start to free agency, and then we'll see what we do with the draft picks. And obviously, we all know that we weren't that far away from being Super Bowl champions, man. Who knows what would happen had we had a quarterback, but this team is so close, and maybe these are the moves and get us over the hump. I don't know. I'm hoping.
I know. Because, that team, the way they were, it's like Kyle loves to boast about. They asked him one time, Kyle, where is your preference for emphasis when you're building that team? Defense. Because I can score with anybody on offense. Whoa, check you out.
That's awesome.
Kyle.
You don't lay for confidence, that's for sure. He's definitely got confidence. You got to have that in the coach, too, though, man. So.
You do.
Yeah.
But he could have just eased back a little bit on that kind of arrogance, because people think that about Kyle as it is, So
yeah, he comes off as real arrogant. But before I get off, what I do want to see them do, I love, and this is the time to do it. Is we need to get another tight end. I think this is where our offense can go from a whole nother. This offense can really take off with another tight end that can play. We haven't really had one in this entire time. I thought Jordan Reed could have been, but he was kind of he was getting towards the end. If you put a good tight end alongside Kittle with this offense and do what the Patriots were kind of doing back in the day, I'm telling you right now, man, and this is the year to go get a tight end in the draft. There's a ton of them, and I'm thinking that's what's missing. And I guarantee you, man, that's going to be a huge they're going to go for a tight end this year. And I mark my words, and that's going to change things.
No doubt about it. They may even take two with all those third-round picks they got. And if there's a good one somewhere later, because they say this is the richest draft of all time for tight ends. I said, that's saying something. Because there's been a lot of years we're a tight end city. Wow.
Yeah, and that's what we're lacking. So that's a small little move, I think. Have a big improvement on our offense. So looking forward to that. But yeah, man, I appreciate the call. Sorry for the horrible connection.
Okay. I always love your stuff. I'll tell you what, I'll be back Sunday if you got time. All right.
Right on. Definitely.
Thanks, Break.
I'll talk to Ronbo.
All right. Night, fam.
All right, you take care, man. All right, bye.
Yeah, that's I can't wait to see the 49ers pick up with that first pick. Will it be a tight end? Will it be an offensive lineman? I bet you Phil. I bet you he knows Phil.
I don't know.
Phil, you have been the.
But I do know one thing.
Uh-oh.
Big Show's lost his mind.
And
And what can I say?
well, I thought you were going to say exactly why. You know,
He's just
Big Show
totally
is just of that
darn
generation where
bonkers.
they're just bothered because they didn't see that the days of the parades. They're still bothered because we're getting this close and can't get there. So he's got my sympathy. But you know,
I mean, come on. Freak play. Brock Purdy got hurt. That was the end of the game.
yeah, I agree.
Come on.
It's not so much
And
about
Brock
the quarterback.
Purdy, do people understand that Brock Purdy, the last 8 games of the season, had the highest QBR rating of any quarterback, including Patrick Mahomes, including all these Ferrell, including all these guys.
Yeah.
He had the highest rated QBR rating. We were scoring 30-plus points a game. And even on the pass that he got injured on, Ayuk was wide open. He's going to score.
We were going to beat the Eagles. I just know it.
We were. And I bet you we beat the Chiefs.
With the rage they were going to come in there with, I think the Chiefs would have been. I really do think they would have been in big trouble. People keep saying, "Nah, they wouldn't have beaten the Chiefs," but they were going to beat the Eagles. Everybody agrees.
Who got worse? We got the best defensive tackle in the free agency, and we filled a bunch of roster spots. And I bet you know what? The kid from the Raiders,
Clelin
Ferrell, our defensive coaches are going to coach him up. He's going to double his sack total, just like Ebicom did.
Yeah.
Ebicom wasn't that great.
You know,
Neither was the other guy that got paid.
Kasurik is just a Jedi coach. I mean, the guy is just amazing how he gets these guys there. They're just really amazing.
We've got 2 great line coaches, Forrester and Kasurik.
Agreed.
And they coach guys up, and then they get paid. They leave. We keep our A-list guys, but our B-list guys end up going because we can't afford them.
Yeah. And no need to, because whoever comes in, a lot of times is just as good. What happened to, I haven't heard anything about Lynn.
Who?
Coach Lynn, the assistant. Nobody, is he still with us? I guess so, huh? Anthony Lynn.
I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about him.
Yeah, I think he left. I'm not sure.
Well, we'll find out.
But I'm telling you, the basics of our coaching staff is still there. And they coach guys up, and then they get paid, then they leave.
Mm-hmm. You know,
But Ferrell's going to get probably about 8 sacks, double his production. Because Kasurik has always done that.
Oh, Ferrell, yeah. You know, he's going to have to. They're thinking that Drake might come around. He's probably going to have to work his way up to the top, though. But that I think Drake's the only guy in front of him.
Ferrell's going to be a backup guy, just like. Yeah. But Drake Jackson's going to be the starter, and he's got so much talent.
Yeah,
he just ran out of steam. Doesn't have the strength.
Children.
But I tell you what, he goes on an NFL weightlifting program. He's going to be fine. Just like Banks.
Especially Banks, right? Banks just has to stop eating so much and lift more.
So, tell you what, I think the Niners have the number 1 roster in the NFL, period. Maybe Cincinnati is challenging them.
The Bengals are. Oh, by the way, Big Show wants to say this, is that's okay with Phil. Any other team would have fired this regime if there's no trophies in the case. Phil, you know what? This is
What?
something. I know. That's a little too. That's overstepping. You don't fire because you don't get to a
Who's an
Super Bowl.
idiot?
Super Bowls are very hard to
He's
achieve.
an idiot. He has one good thing. He hit on Fred Warner, and he's living off that for the rest of his life.
The thing is, if your
Sorry,
team is
Joe.
right in the mix, eventually they're going to bingo, even if they don't. I understand about the
The
urgency.
49ers are going to make the playoffs, Big Joe. You said they weren't. And I'm going to laugh at you after they win the Super Bowl. Seriously.
You know, and the thing is, some freakish things keep happening to us. The freakish things can't go on forever.
That's every NFL team. But we're there. We're there to have the freakish things happen to us.
Yeah, that's the thing. You've got to be
Unlike
good enough to get there.
Detroit, who's not there every year.
They'll be there this year. But you're right. We're one of those teams that's always involved since Shanahan's gotten there, and they built their team up to where they wanted to. We've had a couple of oopsies.
Other than a couple of years between, we've been blessed. We've been in the Super Bowls. We've been in the NFC Championship games.
3 out of 4 years.
You know, we had Tom Sula and Chip Kelly, but other than that, you know, we've been pretty close to winning the championship.
Yeah. You know, but they're each and every year they sort of try to troubleshoot the engine and see if they could put the right parts in. Now, the defensive line wasn't what it was in 2019. They jumped right on that because they know if we can stop you, you're dead meat because we're coming in.
A stud. He's a stud. He's had 10.5 sacks. He has 7.5 sacks in the interior. He's a much better pass rusher than DeForest Buckner.
Yeah.
He is.
He's a good run stopper, too. Now, D-Buck was good
and
at
he's
that.
a good run stopper.
Yeah.
He's a stud at the number one.
Oh,
And you put
6'3",
Armstead,
and
who's a good run
300
stopper
pounds.
at the
that's
3.
Yeah, and fast. Ooh, that's a freak.
And then you've got Bosa. Come on, Bosa's going to have 4 more sacks because of Hargrave.
Listen,
Guarantee it.
Look for Eric Armstead to come back this year. People are still all over Eric Armstead. When we hear 49er fans talk about trading people, Eric's the first name. You know, I say, you know what? I don't know. People need to watch the action of the
Eric
game.
was injured for half the season this
Yeah.
year, so don't count these numbers. But I tell you what, you put him next to Hargrave.
Oh, look out now.
then
Back to that
next to
10-sack season.
and
Now
then
you can't
Drake
double
Jackson's
team
gonna
him.
be- Drake Jackson's going to be free and loose. So,
Nick's going to get less pressure.
hello.
Yeah. Fam,
We
we're
have
going to
the
go.
best defense.
And Phil, I love the way you come in with your counterpoints. The show comes in, and Big Papa, and and then you come in, and you keep this thing going. I'm loving it. Listen, let's see you Sunday, Phil.
Well, Ronbo, I got to think positive. I think our team is really good. Really good.
Got my vote.
We lost 2 starters. We lost 2 starters, and I think we filled them pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
The other teams, the Eagles, lost 6 starters.
Yeah. And they got no money. They were able to sign back what's his name, but that was it for a 1-year
Well,
deal.
they got Slay back, but
Did they finally sign? They got Slay
still
back.
Lost Hargrave, who was the
He's the heartbeat of that. Yeah, he was the guy who was helping those other guys do well.
Yeah.
Because your offensive line, they got to stop him, whatever it takes. Meanwhile, the other guys are getting away. Phil, let me see you Sunday.
Double-teaming him. I watched all the film on him.
Yeah.
They were double-teaming him every play
Yeah, you have to.
and leaving all the other guys alone, one-on-one. Okay,
Right.
so you're going to double-team him and leave Bosa one-on-one? Bosa was getting chipped and double-teamed all the time last year.
You and I both know. Phil, let me see you
And he
Sunday.
had
We're
18.5 sacks.
we're going way over here. Let me see you Sunday, and good stuff as usual. I'll see you
Ronbo,
then.
you know what? I just think these guys, I don't know, but they've taken idiot pills. We're We're a good team. A
Yeah.
real good team.
We're gonna be okay, Phil. All right, fam. I'll see
I
you
know
Sunday.
you
And I agree. We're gonna
Don't
be
say
okay.
I told you so.
And-
Told you so. All right, Rombo.
All right, Phil. Good night, Phil.
Okay, take care.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah. You make a point. You do not move off of it. It's just, and bring him on in here. The man the NFC West fans love to hate. He is Jalen. Hey, Jalen.
Man, Cardinals, y'all are relevant. Rams, y'all a joke. Throwing the ball at the 1 yard line is the Seahawks hokey poke choke. Man, Ronbo, shout out Big Show. Shout out to you, my brother. Shout out Big Show. If you're in the chat tonight, shout out to my OG. I don't know you that well yet. What's his name from Boston?
Oh,
J-Dog.
J-Dog.
Shout out to the president of the #1 Kyle Shanahan, I hate you fan club. Ronbo. When Big Show came in here and said that it's going to be year 7, I damn near slapped myself, Ronbo, because I said, there's no way. Ronbo, well, chat, to put that into perspective of how long 7 years has been for me, Kyle Shanahan was hired as our coach when I was a freshman in high school. Ronbo, I'm going to graduate college. This man has had 3 losing seasons. Ronbo, I challenge you and anybody in this chat. Y'all name me any coach that's been with a team for 5 years, had a losing season in 3, and is still with that team.
I can't do it, Trey. You got me there. Well, Thomason, but Thomason's been with the Steelers.
Steve Thomason has a ring, Ronbo. He has a ring.
Well, that's
he
true.
has a ring.
Steve Mariucci did.
He has a ring.
Oh, yeah, Mariucci. Mariucci went forever
Who's
without.
that?
That's Emilio.
Who is that? No, who is Mariucci?
Yeah, Mariucci goes back before you was still in elementary school, maybe. maybe.
Is he a Hall of Fame coach, Ronbo? Is he a Hall of Fame coach?
You know, Mariucci is regarded in a very high light. I'm not sure. I've never thought about as Mariucci in the Hall of Fame. I don't think so.
I don't even, Ronbo, the fact that I don't know who that man is clearly means that he didn't. Yeah, okay. No, yeah, but anyways, Ronbo.
Nobody,
yeah. Anyways, Ronbo, man, Kyle, you got to get it done this year because you can say he's had bad luck, which we've had. You know, Jimmy tore his ACL in 2018. Who knows what that season would have looked like? You know. I mean, we never know. 2019. What was really the reason for us losing that Super Bowl, Ronbo? I have no idea. You can blame Jimmy, or you can look at the coach that made him not throw the ball all of the playoffs and then decided to make him just want to throw the ball all in the Super Bowl. You can't just put your quarterback on the bench.
Yeah,
you can't put your quarterback in the back seat all playoffs, and then in the biggest game of the season, you say, "Hey, Jimmy, now show everybody what you can do." And then everybody want to blame him for that.
Oh, we so agree.
Now, man, hell
let them guys
dog.
play, man, so they can develop their own personality out there. They know what you want done. Stop choking them out.
Let's run the ball 30 times a game, and then all of a sudden, Jimmy, you know what? Now you finna start throwing the ball. Man, how about you let them get some warm-ups in the playoffs? But nah, Kyle didn't do that.
And the receivers don't understand that either. You know, all of a sudden we're loose. All right, let's go. Well, we don't know what to do now.
I mean, then 2020, the revenge tour, everybody went down. That's another bad luck year, I guess I'll give it to him. Yeah. 2021, we lost to the Rams in the NFC Championship. Kyle, you've beaten this man how many times? And you couldn't get that? Ronbo, how many more times are we gonna keep saying, if only, or maybe if he wasn't hurt, or maybe if we just, how many more times are we gonna keep saying that before we just say, you know what, Kyle, you might just gotta move on. Or at least we got to get a new coach and you can get demoted. Because
it would mean we have to start all over again with all.
No, we don't. No, we don't. We don't have to start over, Ronbo. I don't understand why people keep thinking you get a new coach, you got to start over.
Well, he's going to want to do things his way.
Well, Ronbo, I understand that. I understand you think that we're going to have to start over, regardless if we are going to have to start over. Regardless if we are going to have to start over, I come in here and I clown these teams in our division every day. So I don't give regardless if we do, the division's ass. We're going to make the playoffs. Yeah. So that's regardless. This man needs to get the job done. People need to stop protecting him. He's protected because of his last name. If his last name was Wilson instead of Shanahan, I promise you, he would not be getting the credit that he is getting. Because every time I listen to a radio show about him or a analyst talk about him, they always confuse him with his dad. They say, Mike Shanahan, Mike Shanahan. Every time. They always confuse him with his dad. You know why? Because he's riding his father's coattails. His dad's name's coattail. He blew that Super Bowl in Atlanta, 28-3, Ronbo. Nope. There's no debating that. You're the offensive coordinator. You're calling those plays. You blew that game. You get to us. You have a bad first year. I get it. Jimmy come along. Now we thinking, okay, we back in business now. Now we back relevant. He hurt his knee. You have another bad year. I give him that. Team breaks out in 2019. We make it all the way to the Super Bowl. And you pull another 28-3. When are we gonna start holding this man accountable and stop trying to always blame personnel and injury? It starts up front with the head coach. Because you can say what you want about Jimmy. If he drafts Patrick Mahomes in 2017 instead of Solomon Thomas, we're not even worried about Jimmy hitting that throw in the Super Bowl because Mahomes is probably winning it by a blowout.
Well, you know what? It's probably a different game altogether. But you know what? I've always said that when people say that, I wonder if Kyle would have allowed him to be himself. Did you notice after 2017, the Jimmy G you saw in that first year never came back again? And people say, well, he regressed. No, he didn't. He's the same. What is he, a few months older? Jimmy G has fallen under the, okay, I'm here to tell you what you need to do and how we're going to do it. I wonder if he would have done that to Mahomes.
Ronbo, and if he does do that to Mahomes, that's saying something about the coach. You're playing how you want to play instead of playing to the strengths of your quarterback. Because you literally just admitted he would not let arguably the greatest quarterback we have ever seen in 4K resolution throw the ball. You're telling me he would not be letting him throw the ball and work to his strengths. Yeah. We know Kyle probably wouldn't have.
Yeah. Well, you saw the difference.
I mean, that's just who Kyle is. Who Kyle is, and that's not somebody we need at this late into George Kittle's career. Ronbo, he's going to be an 8-year vet. 8-year vet, Ronbo. An 8-year vet. Him and Kyle have been here together for all these years, and Kyle is still every year. It's Ronbo. Maybe if we were just healthy, Ronbo, man, if we just had him, Ronbo, I'm sick of hearing that. I am tired of hearing that. We sound like the Cowboys. I'm sick of hearing it.
No, not that, anything but that.
Because that's what we starting to sound like, man. But at the end of the day, we still the kings of the West. Kyler's badass knee needs a 2-year rest. And Gene D and them stanky-ass Rams, he's smelling on that donkey piss. And Nick Mullins did beat the Raiders on national TV. Ronbo, let me get a Niners shout-out. Something got to change.
Jalen, I'm telling you, man, you be spitting it out. I'm telling you, I ain't got nothing to say against it. It's gonna get better though. It's got to, because we can't get any worse because we already been up there to the top. We got to get past that,
man. Ronbo, we get to the top and we trip and fall all the way down the stairs. Oh, Kyle, help me back up. And he pushes us right back down.
Jalen, brother, your pain. I pain, brother.
I'll see you Sunday, fam. All right. And here's Papa Dragon. Pop, come on in here. I can feel you got some things you want to say.
Jalen and the Big Show need to be hired as consultants to the Yorks. And they need to be fired, and Chill Pill Phil needs to be fired. Because if you're thinking you're about to hold up number 6 when you got 3 unproven quarterbacks in your room right now, and you're on year 7, and you know who said this? I have not had nothing but quarterback drama since I've been on this team. You know who said that?
Who said that? Oh, George.
George Kittle said that.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And he says, and there's more drama to come. He said that 2 days ago.
You know, that's.
He said that 2 days ago, Ronbo.
I know.
So let's see. That's 7 years and 2 days. He knows it, right? And ultimately, and this goes for both Shanahans, right? Both Shanahans are good at picking quarterbacks, but they're terrible at developing quarterbacks. Okay? I believe it was Jake Plummer who came out and said that, it felt like no matter what I did, I couldn't satisfy Coach Shanahan. No matter what I did. So it makes me, at some point, it just makes me question myself. Now, moving forward onto free agency earlier this week, I gave him a C+ grade. Today, I've upgraded my grading scale because you asked for a grade. I'm giving you a grade.
Okay.
And my current grade is D+.
Why'd you, Pop? Why did
Because, hey, let me explain. Now, the best guy we got was Hargrave, right?
Okay.
And he was on a defensive line that had 5 people with 10+ digit sacks.
Okay.
That's 5 people, Ronbo. 5.
That's amazing. I've not seen that in a long time.
Not 2.
Jacksonville
not
did something
3,
like that. Yeah.
Not 4. 5. That's never happened, has it?
I think Jacksonville did it that year. They went to the Super Bowl. I think when they were called, what they call Saxonville instead of Jacksonville. Yeah.
You might be right. I just don't remember it.
I could be wrong.
I mean,
I'm not sure the numbers.
Best D-line I ever saw was the Giants D-line that took out the Patriots twice.
Oh,
okay.
Man.
So I get the defensive line thing, but Ronbo, how many sacks did Hargrave have in the Super Bowl?
Zip. Nada.
Nobody got out.
Mahomes. Yeah.
Nobody did. And I'll tell you why. Because the Eagles had a weak schedule last year. Most of the teams they played, they overpowered those teams.
Boy.
Period.
I wish you would have been with me on Twitter with me and 2 other people. The Eagles are running here talking about, you guys coming here using that excuse, man. The Eagles are just the best football team. You mean y'all?
Oh no, y'all had an easy schedule, and they did a great job putting together a really good team last year, right? But we're talking about ultimately why I'm at a D+. I'm at a D+ because I am paying a 33-year-old fullback $8 million. Now, granted, he's a part of the Cabo clique. And I won't give but I won't give my boy J-Dub his flowers.
Yeah.
Along with a paycheck. So we're going to sign somebody, and they really should have signed both of them. Because first they sat there and said, we're going to make you the highest paid nickel of the year. That would have been around $8 or $9 million. Okay. So J-Dub goes someplace else.
He goes 5 to a place than that. Yeah.
Where he's wanted. Yeah, but he's only getting about $5 million or something like that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's 13. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's a 2-year deal. No, 13 a year.
That's a 2-year deal. That's a 2-year deal. So even if he didn't come back to play safety, what he was a locker room presence. What he was a tone setter for the secondary. That's what he was.
Anywhere out there. He just wanted to be known as the safety who can play all over the field. Kyle.
Exactly. So I'm going to take him down a peg. Mostly, I'll sum it up simply, is that the players that we've lost, we have not replaced with better players. So we're going to take a step back in the depth department. And if you think it's bad this year, that's going to be worse next year.
Oh.
Now, was Hargrave a good move or a bad move? Honestly, if it wasn't quarterback, if it wasn't right tackle where you're going to spend some money, because right now we got $27 million at left tackle. We got about $2 million at left guard. We got $4 million, $5 million. Yeah, $5 million at center. We got about $900,000 at right guard. We got $2 million at right tackle. What they have done is that they've essentially created such a financially unbalanced team that has too many single points of failure, right? So you're telling me all this money in left tackle, when Trent Williams goes down, and he will, because he goes down
know.
every year.
Every year.
That's a big chunk of money missing. Now, when we have Bosa, Bosa plays well, but the year that Bosa missed most of the year, we were the 5th ranked defense.
I know, amazing.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is that depth is real, and then more importantly, why does the number 1 defense in the league feel compelled to go out there and go drop a bunch of money on a 30-year-old defensive tackle? I'll tell you why.
And I bet our reasoning is exactly the same. Go ahead.
Because they have weighted everything so far to the other side of the field, and they have, again, like many times before, gambled on broken players, whether it be D4, who costs a bunch of money.
I agree.
Whether it be D4 costs a bunch of money. We wasted money on linebackers. We wasted a lot of money, Ronbo, on players who didn't get to Pro Bowl.
And this, make it up real quick with Javon, switching one Javon for another Javon. Everybody sees that Kinlaw's not coming back. It's like you said 2 years ago, that degenerative condition of his knees going to only get worse. He's not going to sign a second contract.
Maybe. Well, maybe. The reason why I say maybe is that a complete reconstruction takes longer than a year to get back to normal. Yeah. So he should be better this year. He should be, but the reality is that now you can't wait. Yeah. You can't wait. So this is the 49ers' way of going all in for the Super Bowl based on Kyle Shanahan's MO, which is defensive line first, okay? And then we'll build from there. And then after offense, I got it. Run my system, I got it. Just put in whoever over here, I got it. And that's where he differs from Andy Reid, because what Andy Reid said in the Super Bowl interview is he said, you know what? I know people want to give me a bunch of credit for this, but Steve, talking to Steve Young, Steve, I need one of you. I have to have one of you. And what he's trying to say is you have to have a great quarterback, the quarterback that can lift all the players around.
49ers are never making it to the Super Bowl. I'm sorry.
Not with this coach. Not with this coach. I mean, they could make it. They could make it. They could make it to the Super Bowl. But here's the problem. When you get to the Super Bowl, you're facing a top-end coach and you're facing a top-end quarterback.
Elmo, get back to Sesame Street. We're going to need you coming in on the conversation.
It's all good. But the point I'm trying to say is that we got Jalen, we got Big Show. Their stories are for real. How would you like to be a freshman in high school and graduate college and still feel like your team hasn't done anything? And it's been mostly because of arrogance and their consistent mistakes and gambled on broken players and not rewarding the players that should be rewarded. So just like they should have rewarded Buckner,
Kelly Davis,
like Joe Staley said. Joe Staley went to Buckner and said, "Man, this is your team now. Oh, I've been traded." What? It's the same thing with J-Dub. You shouldn't let J-Dub go.
Listen, Pop, this is like, you're always awesome. There's just never enough time for you and several others. But listen, we got to go now.
But it's okay, Ronbo. Ronbo, you know what? You know what's going to happen this year?
What?
You know why we're going to win the Super Bowl? Because we have the highest paid 30-year-old something fullback in the league. And, man, he's a lot of fun for juice today.
Come on now.
He's a lot of fun in Cabo. A whole lot of fun.
Well, that's juice. He'll be all right.
No,
we still need him as a fullback.
That's called ass backwards. That's what that's called. Ass backwards.
He's part of the he'll do what I tell him to do crowd. Pop,
yeah,
we gotta go.
I'll see you. Pay me $8 million too. Play 30% of the snaps. I'll do what I'm told. I'll shut up right now.
Pop Sunday. You ever give my best to the rest of the Dragon Clan and bam, boom.
I will. Shout out to the 49er fam. Please like and subscribe to Ronbo's Sports. And for the love of God, people, there's a lot of truth and honesty in what Jalen and Big Show are saying.
I just can't argue. Yeah, that's true. All right. Night, Pop. Yeah.
Night, Pop.
They do have something though. Yo, E. Come on in, E.
What's good with you, Ronbo?
E, we have a lot of unhappiness in the Empire. You got some people that are very optimistic, maybe overly so. You got some people extremely depressed, maybe overly so as well. But hey, where do you lie in the road? I mean, are you where are you? What are you thinking? I mean, are you appreciating what was taking place here in the first round of the picking up new players, the free agency period? Did we get better? You got faith?
Yes, I'm right in the yellow line, man. I'm right in the middle.
There you
go. Like we can do better, but I don't know all the. Like, honestly, before I go anywhere further, I was mad. How you doing, Ronbo?
Oh, fabulous. You know, it's that time of year where you can't help but be fabulous. No games,
yes, sir.
nothing to get mad about. Yeah.
So, hopefully all the production is good and everybody in the background is great. You know what I mean?
Thanks, man. I'm doing the same.
49ers are going to win the Super Bowl. Let's go.
Let's go. We about that shit for real. You know what I mean? Don't stop. You know what I mean? But, like, I think Lance could lead us there.
I'm sorry, say again?
I think Lance can lead us there, tell you the truth.
Well, he's going to get a shot. You know,
I don't want Jackson, Rodgers, or nobody like that. I want Purdy and Lance to do what they do. I hope we get it done before Trent Williams retire. But
I know, right? We ain't got long.
Yes. See that time frame right there?
That's a 2-year
window. And we all got to know that.
Yes.
It's a window, yeah. It's a window, and we want the best.
We got lucky in the first place. It went from Staley to Trent Williams. There is no third juggernaut waiting. There ain't one.
Maybe not.
Well, there could be, but we don't know him yet. But I mean, the thing is, I don't know what's going to happen to the left side.
If it goes down like that, like, you know what I mean? If it's 2 years, 3 years later.
Because if we win the Super Bowl next year, Trent's leaving. Because that's all he wants.
Of course.
Yeah.
I think if we win or lose, that's the issue.
Well, he might one more year. I give him 2 years.
Yeah. He might get 2 years in him, you think?
I think he will. He's a big, strong guy. You know, the only reason he'd be leaving is because of the fact he got bored or irritated to some degree and said, you know what, I'm out of here. Because it's hard at that point in his age to get up and train like you need to get ready for an NFL season, right? So I'm thinking he'll go through it this year. He's going through it now. And if things come close again and he feels like there is a possible chance, he'll come back.
What do you think the 49ers need to win a Super Bowl?
If we win, he'll stay probably. Or, he gonna leave if he gonna retire.
If you might think about defending it, but baby.
Yeah, we want him to be with us so we can progress.
Yeah.
Because if he leaves after a Super Bowl or not, it's still, we gotta have somebody take his position. That's Jalen Moore. That's even worse.
Trouble, exactly.
Yes, that's a lot of trouble. I don't like how they did Ward, because if the conversation happened how Ward said it.
That was wrong. Wasn't that wrong? That was wrong, Kyle. That was really wrong.
Yeah. I don't have that. I don't have that many safeties or corners on the roster. So you playing the spot as a DB. Play with me, and then I'll give you this kind of money, and then we see where you can fit in, where you need to be at. Not, you can't play safety, you can't play this, you can't play. Nigga, you gonna play I need you to play.
He can play any position in the secondary. I don't.
Kyle, any position I need.
That's what I'm saying. Kyle, you say to him, Jimmy, listen, we're not lowering your pay rate. I just need you to know that I want you to play in the places where other people can't play. Jimmy, you're the guy. Jimmy, listen, sit down. Let me talk to you. We're going to work this out.
Yes.
Right now, I want you talk to him right. Kyle, you don't want to play the slot? Well, you want to play the bench? Nah. Come on, Kyle. That wasn't what you were supposed to say.
That ain't what you're supposed to say. We're a team. You got to understand, like, whether Gibson go down or if a Funga go down, then he's a safety.
He's 32.
But right now, you're a DB, my man. Could you play DB for me? That's what I need you to do.
I bet that's all what he required, too, Just talk to him like a man. Have respect for him. He's done too much. He's done a good job on the slot.
Yeah.
He was having a great year. The safety last year was good. Come on, you can't talk to him like this, Kyle. Kyle said he didn't say it. Well, Lynch said he didn't say
I
it.
don't know. I don't know if he did or didn't. Like, I don't know.
No, he
You know what I
said-
mean? I wasn't dead. We wasn't
Jimmy,
dead. You know what I
I
mean?
just don't believe Jimmy would lie like that. Lynch came in. Kyle has never said anything. As Lynch said, I think what Kyle told him was, Lynch tried to clean it up. But unless I hear from Kyle, I'm not.
About to talk shit.
Yeah.
Tell him, Ronbo. What Kyle say, Ronbo?
Kyle probably say, well, I meant what I said because what everybody should know is we're all going to play a role here. Winning is what is important. Kyle would have went off on that thing about Jimmy was wrong. But I know Kyle from after the years we've been with him. Kyle always, even with the media, every now and there's 3 or 4 times that Kyle has admitted he was wrong. But for the most part, Kyle will tell you when the media asks him, Kyle, how about that, this, about, hold on, if I had it to do it again, I'd do the same thing. It wasn't that we did. And Kyle is, when you talk to Kyle, we could walk into Kyle's office, Kyle, here's what went wrong here, here, and here. Why did you do that? And Kyle, we'd walk out feeling like chastised children. Why? Because Kyle would make you feel like you were wrong for coming in here and questioning my judgment. That's who he is. I've known these kind of people before. I never gave up on them. I still fight my fight, but that's what they thought. God.
You're like, yo, what the hell? I gotta feel bad for having a suggestion, nigga. Like, that's just my part of thought.
And I'm showing you the points of my angle and why against what you would think it was wrong, and you're still telling me, no. There's a lot of guys like that. Yeah. You playing ball, coaches? Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah. I've been on the street or the corners for a second, whatever say, but I was dealing with people who don't want to learn. Like, they don't have the learning potential to understand where they're wrong and how to get better. They keep going wrong because that's all they know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you keep going backwards because that's all you know, man. Like, I'm trying to teach you something different, but you ain't want to listen because you keep telling me how to go backwards.
Man, we got to wrap up. Listen, I tell you what, I'm going to see you on Sunday. Hope you got some time. All right.
I missed you for a minute, Ron, but I don't know when I don't see you again, man. I held on the phone for you today, and I tried to do it
Appreciate
like 2 other days. But I love y'all, man. I love y'all, man.
We love you too, fam.
12 equals 24, people. When you hustling, 12 equals 24, man. Get your money up, man. Double up, man. Stop playing. You know what I mean?
Stay after it. You'll win. All right, fam. Have a great night.
We gotta win, man. Trey Lance, man. Trade to the play.
Yeah, we're going to find out. All right, fam. See you Sunday. If you got time. All right.
All right.
And are you ready for some Latino heat? Latino heat. Emilio.
What's happening? First off, how long has Jalen been a 49er fan? You killing me.
What did he say? He was a freshman in high school. What junior high? Jalen,
if
2017.
You're a 49er fan.
Yeah.
I know. If you're a 49er fan, you should at least know all the coaches we've been through. From Joe Montana, from Bill Walsh to now.
You know something, Emilio? How many years we've had dry years that they don't know about? So I feel for you and Jalen, but there have been some dry periods
where we're complaining a little bit too much for nothing. I get it. We seen the great eras, but those
we went through some pain
years that they saw with Chip Kelly and I can't get enough with what's the Tom Sula? That's nothing. You guys are really complaining over nothing. That is nothing. We saw 10 bad years of football. 10 years.
Solid.
And then Harbaugh comes in, and you guys are complaining. You guys are killing me. Doesn't make sense. If you saw Mariucci had some great seasons, and he had some horrible seasons, and they wouldn't fire this man. Some people wanted his job. Finally, his last year, when they made a mistake, they shouldn't have fired Mariucci. They fired him. Derek Erickson. And with Derek Erickson, he went 2-12. 2-12. That was horrible.
And you
And
know
you know
me,
who we beat?
I
And
believe
we
in
beat the same
Mariucci.
team twice. We beat the same team twice to get those 2 wins. It was the Cardinals. So don't tell me we've had bad years with Shanahan, because I've had it up to dead near high as hell with Shanahan at times.
Yeah.
But that is nothing compared to what we went through those 10 horrible years after Mariucci.
And it looked,
So
and
you
it
guys
looked
need to
hopeless the
find
whole
something else to
time.
complain about.
Mm-hmm.
That was horrible for those 10 years of football. I
Yeah.
was like, God, damn, I'm a Niner fan, but this is just pitiful. That was just, I was like, that's the worst football I've ever seen.
And
With,
you know,
after
like
Mariucci left,
like Kelly and Tom Silla, you knew he was getting an ass whooping. You knew it Monday afternoon.
that's
You
the
knew it.
difference.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
You know.
We knew we stuck. That's different. But as soon as Mariucci left, we were, we're finna do great.
I remember
We were
Dennis
told
and
T.O.
company.
was still going to be on the
Yeah.
team. Garcia was still going to be on the team. All of a sudden, they got rid of T.O. Garcia's gone. The team went to straight garbage. And at that, we had Tim Mateo as our starting quarterback, which was horrible. Like, come on. You guys haven't seen nothing yet. This is nothing. 5 years
Oh,
before those
they
10 horrible
don't
years,
need
you
to
guys
see
are
anymore.
crying?
That's enough. We need to keep winning there. That's why when people argue, I say, I want to keep good football guys in there, though. And maybe we're not winning, but Shanahan and Lynch eventually, I think, finally will get it done. I just feel that way.
No, it's there. I know it sucks, but you guys got to look at it's injuries and injuries and injuries. Injuries keep saving Shanahan. Like I said, I've wanted Shanahan said. I'm not going to say I haven't because you've heard me say you heard me complaining at the beginning of the season last year.
Yep.
We couldn't put up 30 points with all those Pro Bowlers on that damn offense.
Yep.
Finally, it took CMC to get on this team for us to score 30-plus points. So, now give it some break. Now, I know we kind of said we don't have a quarterback, but my thing is Trey did not have CMC. When he starts, give him a chance. I give him at least 3 games, 4 games, and if Purdy's ready, throw Purdy back in, and if not, it's going to be Sam Darnold. So I know it's been year 3 with Trey. What is it? Year 4 now? No, year 3 with Trey. So
That's 3.
it is what it is. So we have to give what we take. It is what it is at this point. We have to deal with it.
You know what, though?
No one gets irritated. We don't know who our quarterback is.
Yeah, poor Trey, though. He's at a terrible disadvantage. Sam's got too much experience. Even if Purdy ain't there, Sam's going to shine in practice. Unless the 49ers are going to push that program in Trey's way.
You also got practice doesn't mean damn squat. Remember the year before we went to the Super Bowl 2019, Jimmy threw 5 interceptions. Everybody saying we're going to have a shit year. All of a sudden, we went to the Super Bowl. Practice doesn't mean anything. It's when it's official, the game is on the line, and it counts. That's when
Kyle's going to be looking at
practice and play like shit during the season.
But just like that, Kyle's not going to be looking at that.
It starts.
Emilio, he ain't going to be looking at that. Kyle's going to be looking at some other things.
I get it, but I don't care about practice. Practice doesn't mean anything. All it does is help you prepare and get ready and learn your playbook and game plan. And that stuff doesn't mean a damn
Kyle
thing.
already told everybody that's where he makes his choice. He doesn't care about them scrimmages we have, preseason games, stuff like that.
True,
Kyle's
but
looking at mechanics. He's looking at footwork. He's looking at a lot of things in practice. That's what's going to win. He ain't cared about anything beyond that. He just wants to know.
No, I get that. I understand. I know
hand.
how Shanahan. I mean, by now we should all know how Shanahan is.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
how.
saying,
Yeah, that's what's
practice
going to win.
At the end of the day, practice doesn't mean anything. Like I said, you learn, your mistakes, whatnot. But I mean, you can say it did help Purdy because all of a sudden he was going against our defense anyways, and it helped him out. But at the end of the day, it's all that matters. Once the season officially starts, and we start getting those W's. All that other hate about Trey, all that's not going to matter. Win is going to cure everything. So that's just the whole thing. But I don't, like I said, I get about complaining about Shanahan, but I'm like, this is nothing. This is literally nothing compared to what we've been through over the years being 49 fans.
Don't bring them wrong, Coach.
I don't know how many times. I don't know how many times we've been close to the championship game. I don't know how many times we've been so close to that Super Bowl. Well, aren't we leading the league in NFC, in 11 NFC appearances or something like that now? 11 or 12?
But stats-wise,
and you guys are complaining. That's the other thing you guys are killing me. You got to realize that. It's not that easy to win the Super Bowl. I was like,
no, I
you look at the Patriots. The Patriots went to what?
They're the only team that makes it look easy.
So Oh, with them, like I said, that thing they were spending their money on the offensive line to keep Tom Brady up.
Yeah.
You know, you should everybody should try that, but not that all the time. That does not work.
Defense.
Seriously.
Let me know. We go.
No.
It looks like everybody's got something to say tonight. Oh, that phone is getting crazy. Emilio, I'm gonna see. Good to hear from you though, because we don't hear Emilio a lot during this time of year. Emilio, I see you Sunday if you got time.
Like I said, our pickups. You know, like I said, it's getting interesting. Like I said, the other thing that I've noticed none to do. We do pick up kind of scrubs and turn them into something. So to me, it's not nothing
Clelin.
like, oh, why we pick him up, bad thing. But, you know, we'll see when the season starts.
We will. We got good coaches.
But all right, you have a good night.
All right, fam. You too. All right, Emilio.
Like I said, remember, this ain't nothing to what we used to deal with. All right, you have a good night.
You too. And, and I understand Big Show and Jalen, though, because the fact is they don't know what it was like to go through that pain. So they're going through this pain, and they can't relate. But Jalen, Big Show, I want it for you too, and I want it for me as well. This has to stop. You can't keep getting there, knocking on the door, and get the door slapped on your head and knocked you out. But bring the law on air, Brian.
He is the man who operates the most dangerous podcast. The law says, know your role and shut your mouth. What's happening, Ronbo?
Brian, we're doing what we do. We're dissecting and examining some of the things about this team that we don't appreciate and saying some good things about the things we do appreciate. We're going to be torn as a unit forever. That's what we do. I guess most fan bases do it, but nobody does it as well as 49er fans. Brian, how do you feel about the pickups? Do you see any comparisons that you can make between now and days gone by? Should we expect good things this year from the things and adjustments we've made? Or are we going to settle back and just turn it into a dismal mess? Something like what's going on in Los Angeles. You know what I love, Brian? I love to use Los Angeles. If you can't use it for anything else, you can always use the Rams for a bad example.
You mean the world famous garage sale, the garage sale in L.A.
That's them.
Everything must go. Cornerbacks, receivers, linemen, all the above.
And what does Rudy say to me? You guys still, we have the largest home attendance compared to what the 49ers do. I said, because every time you play another team, the other team's fans are filling up 60% of the seats. He doesn't get it. When we go there, it's 70%.
Right.
Of course, you have a good home attendance. Nobody likes you.
And yeah, right. And we're not going to get into opposing when we go on the road. We just take over.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a sea of red.
Those are the stats I want to put up.
That's a Cowboy fan.
They know. Fam, give me
some. It's a home game away.
Yeah, and always. Give me some of what you're thinking though, as far as the pickups and how we're going forward. Do you see positive things?
First of all, I like the D tackle pickup.
Everybody
picked
does.
Up from the Hargrave. I liked him. I thought he's going to be real well. I think now they need to focus on edge rusher and mainly edge rusher and O-line.
Drake? No, he ain't had a chance to show. You don't have any faith in Drake? He hasn't showed us anything yet, but
I think Drake is a wait and see.
Yeah, he's got to last a little while longer. I don't know how he died out completely. I've seen guys fade, but not all the way to the point they're laying on the bench crying about I can't breathe. Dang, Drake.
Right.
Get your ass up. Whoa. So, but anyway.
It got it. Yeah. I think I think the picks are pretty good. If I was to grade it, I would say I give it a B. I give it a B. Probably I give it a B plus.
Okay.
I give it a B plus.
All right.
So but I think we need to swing for a fence for our offensive line, and an edge rusher if we can get one.
Yeah. Conversation we're having every year about
if we can get it. And then I'd say we try to stretch for as we can because although we do have 11 picks for this year's draft.
We got that many? I hadn't
Who's
even
to
looked.
say that?
We got 11.
I think it's 11. I count. I think it's 11 picks.
It's never
I
double
think we
digit.
got 11
It's either
picks.
10 or 11. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I think it's like three third-round picks, 2 5, 7. I think 4, maybe 4 7-round picks, whatever.
Brian, we
Well,
have
all those guys are
more,
not gonna-
but they told us we had ran our limit on compensatory picks.
Yeah. So
Y'all ran your limit. You can't
so
have
they-
all them. You know, you ain't gonna have 15, 20 picks.
So they don't. So what? They roll over to next year.
They better. I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
But 11 picks are not going to make 11. Get those 11 picks. Those guys are not going to make the team.
Not all.
They're not going to make this team.
Maybe 4 or
2,
5.
probably 3. Maybe at the most 3. You know, others might get a spot on the practice squad or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely need to. Yeah.
Not a lot of room.
But yeah, I think we need to focus on the O-line or what have you, mainly, and I'd say get an edge rusher, and I think that defense would be. I think we're in good shape now defensively. I think we need to swing our attention to the offense.
Yeah, because that Steve Wilkes, that's what he does.
And whoever
he's going to make that defense even better.
Yeah, strengthen that front line and give whoever's going to be the quarterback, give them protection. We have got to protect our quarterback better. Keep them out of harm's way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We've got to do that. Yeah, we've got to do a better job than that.
You got a lot of tight ends coming in. This is the best year, they say, ever for tight ends. So George Kittle may get a running mate this year because you can't get all the tight ends in the first round. There's going to be a lot of quarterbacks.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of defensive players picked up.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah. Hey, what do you think about Clowney as a pickup?
Jadeveon, I'd take him. I
Jadeveon
don't know.
Clowney.
I'd take him. Jadeveon's, but he says $10 million is his bottom number, and I don't understand why nobody will sign Jadeveon. How old is Clowney by now? You know, he came in about a year or so after JJ.
Wow, yeah.
So
I'm not sure.
know,
I'm not sure how old he is. But
He's 30. He's above 35 years old by now. He's got to be. So, well, I'd take him though. For 1 year, I'd definitely take him. And if he's still healthy and at the end of the year, we talk about another year.
Yeah.
I'd send him 1 year contracts at a time. But Clowney's a ball player. He can play. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
I don't understand why every year he's looking for a job.
Yeah, I understand that. You know, he couldn't even hang with Cleveland. You know, so
Hawks let him go. You
yeah.
know?
So you know, if the Browns let him go, I mean, you know, there's a breakdown somewhere. But I'd take him. You know, but it'll be on a shoestring budget. You know, I'm like, man, look,
Yeah, see,
we
that's
don't.
the thing. We don't have $10
we don't have
million
it,
for
you know.
Jadeveon. Yeah, we would, you know. So I don't know what he's going to do.
Like Clowney, you got like Clowney. We'll just be straight up with him. Say, Clowney, hey, look, dog. We got this 1 year deal now. You want to work? we got this 1 year deal for you. Otherwise, you can kick rocks.
You could be part of a trophy winning team this year. Make it your choice.
Yeah, because this going to close to the playoff team. You're gonna get a chance to play for.
See,
you know,
especially at this point.
If his production was better, he could be more valuable. You know,
I don't understand
if it's sacks though, but he don't get sacks. You know, his production doesn't match.
He'll be all right. Yeah. He's gonna run out of teams. So, fam, we gotta go. I'm gonna look for you Sunday, Brian, and see what develops next.
Brother Ronbo, shout out to you. Shout out to the faithful, and shout out to production.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for what you guys do. And
Thanks.
The law is out.
And there he goes. Brian, appreciate you, fam. All right. Have a great night.
Ronbo, see you later, man. See you
right.
Sunday.
Night, Brian.
All right.
And let's roll on. Hey, Bethel.
Hey, Ronbo.
Bethel. Well, Bethel, here we are. At the beginning of the off season, the season's underway now. We've got the draft coming up next. In the meantime, Bethel, here's the thing. Next year, when the 49ers says, well, we don't have a lot of money. What we're going to try to do is be able to pay the players already on a roster that we think are going to help us going forward. But as far as outside the organization, shut up, John! Shut up! You're lying. He did that to us last year. And Travaris Ward must have shocked everybody getting signed for the amount of money he got signed. I did not see a Hargrave signing. No way. You know? So this is I love when he does that.
Yeah, the reason you could do that is because you have right now 3 quarterbacks.
They're all inexpensive.
You're not paying a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're inexpensive. That's why the Dallas Cowboys could not get any right receivers because they had too much money in Zeke and they had too much money in Dak.
And who's the backup quarterback? I think he left.
Yeah, he did. He actually went to another team. And if Big Show wants to hear that, you know, about a drought, I've seen all the GOATs. I've seen Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, because these were the ones that I will always love to see in sports.
Fabulous 80s.
And yeah, because that's why when you see Joe Montana and you see Jerry Rice, you love to see them play. You love to see them, you know, do their stuff. Michael Jordan is the same way.
Yeah.
You like to see Michael Jordan when they're losing and Michael Jordan goes for a layup and boom, gets a 3-pointer and wins. And there you go. The only closest one to Michael Jordan.
It's easy. Yeah. It's generational players. You know, they don't come. That's why they're called generational players. You know, you're not going to get these miracle guys all the time. That's why sometimes there's some time. You got to wait. You know. So
look at Michael Jordan left, and they haven't won a championship since he left. Yeah. So imagine seeing your favorite team with your favorite player win all these trophies, all these stuff, and see him play and haven't seen it since. The same thing with the Niners. Like, you know, when you have something good and you get a good coach that's getting stuff, you know, and you want it and you have it and let them do what they have to do. That's why they're in the office.
Yeah.
That's why they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah. So that's it's tough. But you know, Bethel, it is tough for the kids that haven't had that moment. Go, wow, we did it! Well, they can't say it because each and every year, here we go again.
Yeah.
So I understand the pain, and it's hard to get mad at them. I'm not, and I understand it.
Yeah.
But like Emilio pointed out a little while ago, boy, y'all don't know nothing about no drought. This is light.
Yeah. I've seen all that. Yeah. It's heart aching. It's, you know, but I still see the team. I still see the games. I still wear my jerseys. I still wear everything.
Yeah,
Why?
You
because
love the team.
I support my team.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then plus, you know, when Buckner or when we gave up Buckner, we had to pay a lot of people. And remember, we signed a lot of people because of we let them go. If we would have kept them, we would have lost over, I think, 10 guys or more.
That's right. They did sign a lot of people.
And yeah, they did. And plus, you know, it's, you know, that's why we say, you know, if these guys will take a friendly deal, you know, you know, if they're willing to take it, then they'll take it. Like, if you see these guys that came in, they were all happy to be here. Why? Because they know that later on they're going to get paid. They're going to get money. That's why.
Not in San Francisco, somewhere else. I mean, look at all the guys we got running around the league right now and getting paid. Yeah. I mean, even Emmanuel Mosley. Mosley goes and gets $6 million. The 49ers look at what? He left? What?
Yeah.
$6 million. Wow. We're going to be able to pay
That's why
that.
we're surprised.
Yeah.
Everybody was surprised.
So we're a good organization compared to a lot.
Yep. Yep. And and then all the opportunities that San Francisco will give other players,
coaches too.
Yeah, coaches too. That's why they come over here. That's why the DB coach that we have right now came over here, because he knows. That's why we're getting a bunch of draft picks, because all our coaches are going other places.
And minority coaches. Hey, Bethel, you know what's really good about that? Minority coaches. This does a lot for the world as a whole, because if you got a lot of minority coaches that are doing so well, now that sort of sends a message around the entire league. Hey, there's, you can get a minority coach. This program they got where you got to go in, you got to talk to a certain amount of minorities before you can make a hire. Pretty soon you're not to force people to do that anymore, because they look at Kyle Shanahan's program and they're going to think, okay, let's not look at colors. Let's look at actual talent, and then see what you come up with then. That's what I've always wanted. Stop bringing guys in because of their color. Just, is he good or not?
Yeah. Like, I remember Miami went 10-4 and almost made it to the playoffs, and they fired him, and they got our old coach McDaniel. McDaniel did worse than him.
But
made it to the playoffs.
Okay, but Bethel, I can't. But the thing is, Bethel, Tua got hurt. I feel sorry for Mike.
Yeah.
They were rolling until that happened. But he brought the 49er disease with him. He got hurt.
That's why our system always needs a good quarterback that knows what they're doing. Because if I remember right, when Jimmy got hurt. I remember when TJ got hurt, and I remember Nick Mullins got hurt. So we had to go to pick up the first round pick that was for the Cardinals, because we needed another backup.
Yeah. Oh, Bethel, we got to go. Yeah, listen, I know you want to finish that, but let me hold on to that thought, and we will see you Sunday. Okay.
All right. Hit the like, and remember, we're always worrying about things that always come through. So
true.
Let's go Niners. And punch the like.
Thanks, Bethel. All right. Night, fam. Yo, Anderson.
What's going on, Ronbo, man?
Listen, man, we're doing the I always love to ask us about how we feel about this, and we always get a mixed bag. Anderson and Emilio pointed something out that was really I hit home with me, because I've seen some disastrous periods with the 49ers, as you know, and you may have too. But the thing is, we can't overreact. The 49ers will be fine. But Anderson, right now, what are you thinking as far as what we've done here?
Oh, man, I think it's good. Because I ain't going to lie. I wanted Mr. Clelin Ferrell when he came out. I ain't going to lie.
Out of the draft, you mean? Out of Clemson?
Yeah, I wanted him when he came out. Because everybody was always talking about, well, Nick Bosa knee. I never thought he would just blow up like this. So, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's a good pickup. Because with Chris Kasarik, he's going to be explosive.
And, Cleveland sounds like he's ready for that, too. He didn't say anything bad about the Raiders, but you could tell he is ready, because he talks so good about the 49ers organization and about people he's known and talked about the 49ers organization. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he comes up with.
He wasn't, I'm going to be like this, he wasn't around a good complimentary cast with the Raiders.
I know, right? The Raiders got something wrong with their coaching staff anyway.
It's a lot of things, like a lot of these people that come out of college like Clowny. the success they had in college, they don't really produce in the NFL because some of the teams that they go to don't have the supporting cast for him to do that.
Right.
Like how we needed certain players to do their job so we could be more explosive with both off the edge and Armstead up the middle. Some of that didn't happen because of the situation. But at the same time, I'm with you as far as Kinlaw, Ronbo. I'm with you. I think he's gonna have a good season.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna have a good year. But that's the whole reason they got old boy. Hey man, that's gonna push him.
Hargrave.
Hargrave's
gonna start.
He's gonna start. He got to
start.
start. Yeah, he got to start.
But Javon has got to be, if his knee's not hurting, he's got to show some people some things this year. I think he's got to do. He's got the right attitude.
He got to. But and as far as old boy, Wilkes, the secondary, he gonna have the secondary right.
I know, right?
He gonna have the secondary right. Yeah, he gonna have the secondary right because ain't he a secondary coach.
He is.
That's what he is.
I bet he had something to do with picking up that. Yeah, had something to do with picking up Oliver. I'll bet too.
Yeah,
And
I
look out for
I like Oliver.
Yeah, and watch the draft. I bet he picks out a key player in the draft. We look good at second. Amber Thomas this year too, fam. I'm still believing in Ambry. I don't believe last year.
He I don't know what's wrong with him. He fell bumped his head on something. He's gonna be all right.
Some young lady just blew his mind. I don't know because he just looked totally different this year. But Demo, I still got faith in him too. We got guys.
Yeah. He's gonna be good. And as far as you know what, just for a little old laugh, I'll go ahead and get Ezekiel Elliott. Just so we play the Cowboys.
What are you gonna pay him?
When we play the Cowboys, he go off on their ass. Then after 2 more games, we release him.
Because Zeke is gonna play somewhere. He may not play in Dallas, but he's definitely gonna play somewhere. So. Raiders.
Because I've been clowning Cowboys fans all day. Because what can go wrong will go wrong.
That's why I get a kick out of Stephen A. Smith talking about buying him a place in Texas. As Stephen A. Smith is not telling the truth. There'll be people laying in the weeds and everything else waiting for him to go to bed.
But as far as the draft, I think we just need to go ahead and get us another center.
Yeah.
Get us a lineman that can play multiple positions. Get us another tackle, another tight end, maybe a safety, and probably another receiver.
They're definitely getting a tight end because there's too many good ones in this year's draft. That's coming the priority one since there's so many available. You don't want to wait too long. In fact, if I had to bet, I'd say that first time they pick in the 3rd round, I bet it is a tight end.
Yep.
Because George Kittle with a stud tight end would be, boy.
I'm saying, but we do need to get us another center.
Yeah.
At least a center.
At least in case something goes wrong with Brendel, and we always find a way for something to go wrong health-wise.
And as far as I guess maybe we can do maybe one more linebacker maybe. You think?
Not this year. Not with the draft pick. Yeah, because there's too many needs. You need offensive line. If you can find a diamond out there, you got to use it to tight end. Kyle's been wanting to use a dual tight end set for ever since he's been there. You know what though? There could be a linebacker because Flanagan Foles was not retendered, so he's gone. There is room for another linebacker. Actually, you're right. Yeah, maybe.
Yep. And but other than that, this defense gonna be better than it was last year.
I forgot about Burke.
And as far as and then the quarterbacks, I'm gonna just say it like this: they are capable. But as far as Trey Lance, if you bought the dude want to throw the ball down the field. I don't think he really looks to just run. I think he really want to throw that ball down that field.
Yeah, but
because I watch a lot of college shit, even though they really don't really just show nothing.
Yeah, he's throwing down the field.
He did have a lot of ball. He had a lot of passes to old boy and
over at Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Yeah,
yeah.
But
he had a lot of passes to him, a lot of bombs downfield. Trey Lance.
That's why they got Danny Gray.
He gonna shit. He gonna have a man. He's gonna do what he's supposed to do. He's gonna perform.
I hope so, because we need him to. Fam, we gotta go. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna be back Sunday, and I hope we got some time, man. Just be looking for you. All right.
Oh yeah, for sure. Going down.
All right.
All right now.
Night, Anderson.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, yo, Ellis.
I'm Bizzle.
Ellis. Let's come on in, man.
What's happening?
Yeah, well, you know, we're taking we're taking in every sentiment of what's taking place here, and you know, it's funny about every time these kind of programs we have it, people take these times to go ahead and get off on everything that's wrong with the 49ers. You know what, Ellis? One thing I do want to say about that, though, you know, we need to be able to appreciate from. I always think about the other teams around the league and how bad they suck. Rams, Cardinals. The list goes on and on, you know. So I think sometimes we probably should ease up a little bit. But I do understand the pain of those at that age group where they ain't seen nothing yet, but almost. But Ellis, you can get into that, and also about the free agency period so far. You know what I'm saying? Ellis, what are you thinking?
I mean, it's painful, you know, because you know we've seen it and we've gotten almost there, and that almost is just we haven't been able to hoist that Lombardi. So
yeah,
that's what we do it for. That's what we root for. You know, we don't root for mediocrity. We don't
coming close
root for losses, and yeah, it's just, you know, it's tiresome and it's exhausting and everything else. So I can understand why we got anybody feeling negative or not so inspired or whatnot, because getting to the NFC Championship, making it to the playoffs, making it to the Super Bowl, but not
coming away with
getting that Lombardi at the end of the year, it feels as equal to not making it to any of those at all.
And then have to listen to Rudy.
I guess it's not, you know, a 5-win season, you know, type of feeling or less, but, you know, shit, I don't know. It may not feel much different.
And I ain't saying be grateful. I'm just saying, you know, there are worse situations to be in. Giants.
For sure. Yeah.
Commanders.
Right. For sure. So
Detroit.
But you know. Yeah.
The Comedy Club.
Who else we got out there? Yeah, man. I mean, there's, you know, it definitely could be a whole lot worse. So we gotta be a little more you know, optimistic and definitely appreciative of it.
Yeah. Because we're fighting, we're trying hard. I just want to give the Niners credit on that. They're working hard as they can, and we do have some bad luck toward the end of the season, but I don't know if I can hate on them for that yet.
Yeah. No, I mean, it feels a whole lot better getting to the position and the points that we have than you know, like I said, under 5-win seasons and stuff like that. That's a different feeling.
I mean, then you're sorry, you know, and then everybody likes to pick on you. Oh man, you walk around that 49er stuff on like that's something to be proud of. You ought to be ashamed. Look, man, you know what? Don't do it. Don't start. You know, that's what I'm. It's my team.
Then we'll be a bunch of them. Then we'll be a fan base full of Rudies. You know, we don't want that. So we can't have that. But yeah, man, the Clelin Ferrell sign. I think I was thinking about it earlier, and I was, you know, I'm feeling like he could be like we could get production out of him, maybe even a little more than we did out of Charles
Ebicom?
and Arden.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking, well, all of the three of them, and Ebicom as well.
Took
Having
Ebicom 2
Kucera
years to
there,
get going, actually. But yeah.
with them, and sometimes these guys don't come right out the gate. They're not all Nick Bosa's and then Josh Allen's. That was over there in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
All these other guys. They don't come right out. Just booming. Sometimes it takes a season, 2,
Who is that?
or even 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. So, this would be he's in a perfect place, and I think it's playing with the guys that he's playing with now, that he'll be playing with now, is an extra added motivation, and
And the
once he
pressure's
gets
not all
to
on
feel
him.
what it's like to be.
He just get out there and play.
Yeah.
Because when he came to the Raiders, the pressure was all
Yeah.
on him.
Yeah, getting in the being in the rotation with guys like that, it's like I said, it makes you play better when you're with higher caliber and quality players and stuff like that. It tends to make you better. So, and what more of a motivation for a new guy, to come in and want to,
Because you look at Hufanga and Gibson, both them two love each other, and they bounced off of each other perfectly. You got the youthful Hufanga firing up Gibson, Hufanga taking from Gibson's. That's the kind of chemistry and camaraderie I think we have all over the roster. Guys are like trying to keep up with each other. I love that.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing that just attests to the overall, like how we talk about, we're like the Alabama of the NFL.
Yeah. Yeah.
Best coaches,
Absolutely.
players at every position. You name it. We're like the farm of the NFL. So that just speaks volumes to the level of where we're actually at as a whole in the NFL, what we represent, and the players that come from us. They go out and they have promising careers for the majority of them. But this we had our issues and stuff with Kyle sometimes or whatever. But I really like what he did this season, the last half, and he had a little more. He didn't look as spooked as he kind of did the first few weeks, and even in past years, he looked like he shit the bed a couple of times. But this year he had a lot more motivation and a lot more. He looked like he was ready to go.
He looked like he had hope.
He wasn't
He had lost it
punking
for a
out.
while. Yeah. Well, at the
Right.
beginning of the season, I can understand because people going down in pain, but still.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. But yeah, those extra signs were good. The corner, I know he was one of the, he's in the top free agent list or whatnot, but he was kind of on the back end of it. We're not going to ever be able to replace Jimmy Ward. I knew he wasn't going to be back. I was disappointed, but I was not surprised either. Jimmy's not going to hold back, and I think Kyle was like, "Oh, he's out of here." Once he told him that and then he got questioned about it. He says, "I don't recall that." He's full of shit. Kyle lies all the time. It's like, Kyle, we know you said that. That sounds just like you.
Yeah, it does.
So, Jimmy don't deserve that.
Not that. A little respect at this point. Well, that's what we could go. I'll tell you what, I'll be looking for you Sunday, and we'll see what happens next.
Yeah,
we're heading toward the draft now, so yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's get ready. Let's get ready for it. Hopefully, we'll get another acquisition or two. If not, we'll just put it all in the draft, and we don't need to make big splashes. It would be nice to get certain names and certain stuff like that, but we gotta get out of that frame of mind. It's not that damn serious. As long as we come to play, we get a win this season, and and I don't mean that's it, but as long as we have a successful season and we can do our thing, then we'll be good.
That's all we need. All right, man.
Shout out to the faithful, man. Hit that like, subscribe. You know where you at.
Thanks, Ellison. Shout out to that squad.
Wipe your feet. Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Sir. And we're going to check out with Santana.
What's up, Ronbo? How you doing, man? It's been a while.
Yeah, Santana, man. Good to hear from you, man. We're sitting around here tripping on the new guys we got. We lost a lot of guys, but we picked up some good guys, too. It would look like. They look like they're going to work out. I mean, you picked up a quarterback. You picked up a defensive guy. a couple of defensive guys. Actually, all of them are defensive guys except for one. What am I saying? You know? So, you know, our emphasis is still defense. So are you appreciating this, or what are you thinking? Santana? Okay. We'll come back to Santana. Donnabelle!
Hello, good evening, Ronbo. God bless you. Good to talk to you again. Have a night of game.
Always a pleasure.
I got a question for you, Ronbo. If I may ask
ready.
you at the Niner fam. What do you? Well, I know I've said this about Kyle Shanahan and his clique. And it, to me, is coming ever more present. Those, I think, that stand up to him or to question him behind closed doors, they wind up getting gone. Now, I'll move on to that. And I'll say, I like the Hargrave signing. The rest of them, I'm thinking, I don't know. Oh, and what's the name? Flanagan Fowles was re-signed.
Was it the 49ers, or did he go somewhere else? I didn't see his name.
No, he's back with the Niners.
Oh, he is back with us. Okay. Because all I asked to say, he was a restricted free agent. So I'm saying, you know what? How much would it have cost to bring him back? That dude plays very well on special teams. So I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I hate that he's gone. Like Jimmy Ward, he wasn't part of that clique. So you speak up for yourself with, you know, them are grown men. Speak up for yourself too.
That's what I was
Kyle,
saying.
and you get
respect. Yeah, Matty B got thrown out for speaking up. You know, Kyle, you can't put people out. You ain't nobody's daddy. You know, but you throw me out because I'm talking back. What is this?
Right. But see, like I said, he's full of pride. It's all about Kyle, but you know that well as me. Yeah. It's all about pride. I see that Phil told him, "No, you ain't getting no more compensatory."
I know. You know, I mean, I'll hopefully get some of them back next year. But this is the thing. That's why
he a poverty pimp. He pimping the game.
Don't even making jokes up. If you walk in the office now looking for a job, and it's a white guy sitting down. Yeah, can I help you? Yeah, I'm here to apply for the DC.
Imagine me going in there. I'm a black man. He'll love me.
You know, I was just saying, we got that position filled. Black guy comes in. Hey, fill this out right here. And what are you in here for? Because I can get a compensatory pick for you once you get famous and leave. You know what? They find out Kyle's doing that. Really? We're joking. But he's going to be in trouble. Now you're going to reverse discrimination.
I know. I know. That's what I'm saying. I said, look, him and his father, the shenanigans, as I call them, and that's as like as I could be. But the shenanigans, I told you, like RG3 and all of them, they don't see, and it's unfortunate, and I'm not trying to bring everybody down, but I'm going to tell you something about life. I lived 56 years, and I know more than nothing.
Yes.
But what I do know is, they don't see, you know, the prototypical quarterback is white, taller, not necessarily athletic, but so much so, you know, that strong arm, could stand in the pocket, O-line block for him, and they just throw all day long. Yeah, they, you know, and that's sad, but it's true. You know, I live 56 years, I know it when I see it. It don't have to be glaring, but I know what to look for.
No, you know, Donovan, it's really clear and obvious. That's why when people kept saying, get a mobile quarterback and this and that, well, you know, I can't imagine Kyle doing that. You know, Kaepernick, he threw Kaepernick out. The first thing his first order of business was to tell Kaepernick that he was done. You know, so I said, you know what? Really? Not even going to give him a shot?
Yeah. And watch Jimmy G flourish. I'm so glad. Oh, I'm so glad. Watch him flourish. Everybody that's from up under Kyle that he threw off as garbage, watch him flourish.
Yeah.
Watch him flourish.
You know,
that's all I'm going to say.
And it's going to happen because Kyle's probably, like I said, he choked. The leash is so tight on the quarterback that Kyle chokes him out to the point they don't look the same anymore as they were when they first came in. That's why when people say, Jimmy G regressed after the first year, no, he's trying to learn Kyle's playbook, and there's a problem. I saw it way back then. And he never got the same since 2017.
Yeah. And then the thing that made me sad was the media and everybody, but you know that, like I said, Kyle is a legacy baby.
I know.
He's a legacy baby, and he riding on his daddy coattails. And his father, like I said, they destroyed RG3. That's why I said about I didn't want to bring that part of it up because, you know, thank God our fan base, the 49er fan base is very diverse. And that's one of the things I love about the 49er fan base. You know, but man, it's some glaring things that it's sad. Kyle need to go. We should have been one by now. The one baby say he was graduating from high school and he was graduating from college, and we still ain't one.
Jalen gets into it, doesn't he?
You heard me say I'm 56. I'll be 57 in August. Come on now.
But you know, Donna, we've seen some dry periods. You know, it doesn't. I've never actually looked upon them long periods of not winning as reason. If the coach is bad, okay, he's bad. I don't care for, you know. But I mean, if you're winning and you're getting right there, I worry about the next guy to come in. Ronbo, man, you ain't worried about he can't do no worse. Yeah, they can. That's why I'm a little worried. I don't know who they're going to replace him with.
Sam Darnold, I have to be honest, I just don't want him.
Yeah, well, he's got to make the team. He only got a 1-year contract.
Yeah. They've had, listen, we blessed with Trey and Purdy. Purdy needs to heal, and he green. Like I said before, green is goose doo-doo. He needs to get a little something, get that quarterback coach to work with him and get some things honed. I'm not saying he don't have skills. He does, to me. But he's got honed them. As far as Trey, let him get out there and let's see what he could do at least. If he's thinking, we know he out of there. Yeah. Or he's second or third string. Yeah. We really a team that 4 quarterbacks because Kyle kills them. He eats them alive.
Because I think about draft picks. Look at Jordan Love. He's been sitting over there getting calluses on his booty. So you know what? It doesn't matter when you was drafted. You got to show somebody something. You can't just come in because you were drafted with the first-round pick, traded up to get you. You got to go out there and show somebody you earned a job. So. Yeah.
And then with Kyle, like I was saying, we should have won by now, Ronbo. You know that.
I agree.
We should have won by now.
We just got
anybody. Like I said, if Kyle don't like you, you gone. Yeah. They got rid of Zeke.
Kyle's got a lot of guys because they made him mad. You know those little arguments that you hear about? I know.
Yeah, and Kyle, he makes them comments. And now I'm gonna tell you something I did learn. How like we discussed last time I talked to you. John Lynch, like you say, he knows, he old school. He know you keep your mouth shut. What goes on in-house stays in-house. Uh-huh. But Kyle, he's so cavalier, he say whatever. Okay, and then when you call him on it, he lies, say he didn't. Well, we know you lying. How I know that John is pissed, his dimples come out and his eyes get real squinty, and he busts that little side. That's how you know he's pissed.
And he's good at cleaning things up. Well, I don't think that Kyle said that to him. I think what he tried to say is, you'll help us more if we can just keep. I'm sitting there listening. I'm laughing because you told Kyle, I really wish that when these things happen now he's went on social media, and I'm gonna have to go ahead and answer for this. But listen, I really wish that you can. I'm not getting on you, but I want your rapport with these guys. When you're a little pissed off, then walk away. You don't have to talk to them at that moment. Say I can talk to you later. So Kyle has to grow up about some things. He really does.
He's going to have to grow up with another team because he lost in Atlanta and they brought him here, and he's done absolutely nothing.
Yeah, Kyle's got a quick temper. I can tell that he really does. You
talking about Kyle?
Kyle, he has a really quick temper. I can tell.
Yeah, he needs to grow up. He does. He's still got some maturing to do. He's still spoiled rich kid, legacy baby, and hey, it's me and me and me, and if you ain't kissing me and in my clique, you're not important. These are grown men you're dealing with. These ain't kids.
And He is really sharp though. No matter what we say about Kyle's actually brilliant when it comes to football mind. He has it. If his personality would just shift a little bit, one way or the other, he'd be excellent. Because look at Andy Reid. Andy Reid's got a sharp mind, but Andy Reid knows how to get along with his people.
He just needed a couple of Super Bowls, and he deserved them. You know, he doing what he got to do. But that's why Kyle can't beat Andy Reid. Kyle knows the Shenanigans family. He know them. He know how their mind works, and that's why he keeps beating them. That's just fact. One last thing, and I'll let y'all go. To me, okay, you the head coach, and you run through 4 quarterbacks, and you get to the NFC Championship. To me, that's unprepared, unprofessional, and not like a head coach to me. Now, yeah, things happen, but still, if you such a sharp mind and you such a guru or genius, as they say, then how come you ran out of 4 in the doggone NFC Championship? You got to be better prepared for that.
That's the thing. Even if we would have beaten the Eagles in that game, who was going to quarterback the next week? Because I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo was interested in coming back out there. Yeah, you guys aren't planning on signing me. There's no point in me coming out there getting hurt. Yeah. Yeah.
And then us fans, we arguing amongst each other. We shouldn't be doing that. We one kingdom. We one kingdom under God for the 49ers. And that's how it's supposed to be. We don't have to agree. We can agree to disagree, but not be vicious and nasty, even the people from other teams that come in. That's okay too. We all talk and it's discourse. But it don't have to get nasty, especially if we all love the same team.
Yeah. It gets that way all the time, right? We'll be all right though, Donna. The bottom line is we'll finally hug and give and kiss and make up.
Absolutely.
All right, Donna.
Well, bang, bang, Niner gang. Love you. God bless you, Ronbo. God bless you, Niner fam. Too, Gene, D, and all y'all.
No, we don't love him. Donna's just kidding. Y'all ain't loved, and you can park it out somewhere else. Donna, appreciate you, fam. I'll see you Sunday. All right, bye. Hey, is Santana back?
What's up, Ronbo?
Hey, Santana, you got cut off, man.
How you doing, man?
Was that did you run out of battery or what?
I think it was my phone. It just I wear mine. Don't really get a good signal, but
okay. Well, you got one now.
Man, how you doing, Ronbo?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
It's that time of the year when there's nothing to be bad about. I mean, what's so funny, Santana? This is that period. I'm through being mad about the playoffs, and there's nothing to get mad about now. So this is that nice, comfortable zone as a football fan, 49er fan in particular, where we can chill out and wait to see what happens next. Just remain optimistic.
Yeah, right.
Some people are still pissed off. You got Big Show and Jalen talking about, you know what? We're tired of this knocking at the door and still standing out in the cold. So,
I mean, rightfully so, Ronbo.
I agree with them.
Everything they said is 100% correct, man. And I'm with them too. It just sucks, man, that we get there and we just get knocked out either for injuries or for lack of a quarterback or for
find a
whatever
way.
it is. But it's always the same thing. And I agree with someone, I forgot who it was, but he said that Kyle whoops Sean McVay's ass every single year.
Except one time. In
the regular season. In the one game he needs to beat him, he can't. And it's like, come on. You know what I'm saying? That should have been our Super Bowl right there that year.
Yeah.
But
I don't think – I really wonder if we could have beat the Bengals with the banged-up guys
I think we could have. I think we could. I think we could have.
Maybe.
Because
beat them once
remember, they get 2 more weeks of rest, and I feel like those 2 weeks we would have been good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ramo, I mean, it's the same thing with Kyle Mann. It's year 7, and we're still talking about the quarterback situation. Who's going to be the quarterback? You know what I'm saying?
I'm already going down on the record saying if we go next year into the season with a quarterback from last year, I'll be shocked. We go through this every year.
Every year, Ronbo, we can't get it right, man. We have the team, but we just don't have the quarterback, And I mean, look, man, Brock Purdy had some good runs with or a good run with the 49ers and stuff like that. But I just still need to see more from him before I call him the number one. I mean, there was a couple games, man, when he threw. There were some throws that could have been picked, but they weren't. You know, I feel like there's some luck with that, and I mean, you know, and if that's the thing as a quarterback, man, good for Brock Purdy, but
you know what? He was out there freelancing a lot. And you know something else, Santana? I got a feeling Jimmy told him, hey, listen, Kyle's going to try to restrict you everything you do. You see a play to make the play. I'm telling you right now, it'll be better for your future. And I think that's one of the things. I bet you Kyle found out. I just figured that out. I bet you Jimmy told Brock, do your thing, man, because he'll tell you. Because Brock missed a few plays, and Kyle said something about it.
Yeah.
When he was looking, was he hitting George Kittle? He said Jawan Jennings was wide open. Now, why are you saying that and making it public?
Yeah, well, it's because, you know, like, I feel like Kyle likes to control his quarterback.
He does.
If it's true what people say that he likes to tell quarterbacks where to throw the ball in the next play, then I mean that kind of limits and also it stops the development of a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, if that's the case, really the case, then Trey Lance should not be here. You know, because you're not going to develop under Kyle, and you know, I mean, I feel like Trey
already
Lance
got him killed. I mean, so that's what I'm saying.
So
but that run up the middle. I mean, that was Kyle? You're running him up the middle? Yeah. And he was supposed to hand off to Debo.
The thing is, Ronbo, that he has a record of hurting quarterbacks, starting back from Brian Hoyer. He got Brian Hoyer hurt, C.J. Beathard, Nick Mullins, and so on and so on and so on. And it has to do with him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's the quarterback. I think it's him. You know what I'm saying?
He says it's not. So, you know.
No, I mean,
of course he says that.
I mean, it's right there. You know, it's proof.
I know. No, I don't think there's any other coach in the league that has quarterbacks go down like we do. It's really amazing.
Exactly. And so I think the Sam Darnold signing, I really feel like it's just to have a legit third, you know, a good, solid fucking third string QB,
not Josh
you know what I'm saying?
Or Josh,
not Josh Johnson. So I think that's really what it is. And I know I've heard people talk about like, oh, you know, he could be the number one or he could be the number second or whatever it is. I think he's just the third. And what's up?
You offered him a huge. Why didn't you just pay him $2 million? And that's it. They gave him 3, 4, something like that. Anyway, with an incentive package.
Because think about it, Brock Purdy's in a rookie deal and Trey Lance in a rookie deal, right?
Yeah.
And so if you can get a third string quarterback that's actually solid, that actually can play, is not Josh Johnson. And if Trey Lance and Brock Purdy go down, at least you have a chance of something, right? With the third string. That is the. I mean, that's the thing of having two QBs under a rookie contract. So I think that's really what it is. Yeah, and I think, you know, people talk about maybe Trey Lance being traded or something like that. I don't think they're gonna trade.
Nobody's gonna trade for Trey.
I think people. Yeah, not only that, but people are taking out of context what John Lynch said in the combine about the challenges to play Trey Lance. Well, if you look at his end of the season when they talked to the press or the media, John Lynch and Kyle, he did say that Trey needs to prove that he can stay healthy, right? So that is the challenge. That is the challenge to, you know, like, needs to prove that he's healthy so he can play. It's not that he's saying that because they're going to trade him away. You know what I'm saying? But
they would never say that anyway. But that's the thing. And Trey's probably feeling it because now he's got one guy that actually went out and did a good job last year. And then you bring in Sam Darnold. Okay, now I'm trying to think, damn, man, he's been, man. I know. So go out there and do your thing, Trey.
I think what it is too, Ronbo, is that they don't know how Brock Purdy's going to turn out. You know what I'm saying? They don't know after his surgery how he's going to be. So
he could be
7
months or 8 months getting better.
Yeah, so it's a combination of everything put together that they brought in Sam Darnold and they paid him that amount of money. You know, and so that's that, man. But I'm pretty much happy with all the signings they've done so far. Okay. And new season, and hopefully everybody stays healthy, and you know
that's always our bottom line. If we could just stay healthy. Santana, good to hear from you, fam. All right, I'll be looking for you.
Man. See you later, man. You have a good one.
We got some time Sunday. Be looking for you. All right.
Yeah,
fam.
I'll catch up. All right, man. You have a good one.
You too. It's a 49er, Brian. Brian, 49er. Brian.
Hello.
There you are.
Hello, Ronbo.
Brian, bring some joy and lifting spirits and
Hey,
Christmas
man,
time.
I'm Mr. Positive today.
There you go.
I'm,
All right,
I'm
Brian.
sick of all this negative. Yeah.
What are you thinking about the pickups we just got? And
I'm happy. Happy boy.
All right.
Our team got better.
Yeah. All right. Brian's stretching it out. Go ahead, Brian.
Do people not understand when we get other players? That means we get better.
Instead of sitting still, getting worse. That's right. Like the Rams.
Hey, Ronbo. Speaking of the Lamb.
Yeah.
Remember when we had Dennis Erickson as our coach?
Ew. Who could forget it? It was a very dark period.
And Mr. Erickson was their best coach they ever had, was he not?
From what I understand, yeah. If you look back on it, rather the cartoon they had before, well, when golf was just his first year. What was that guy's name?
So all these people whining about, oh, we haven't done this and we haven't done that and we have. Oh, no wonder they're calling us the whiners. Stop whining. It hasn't even got to the draft yet. You're a bunch of crybabies. We've had some horrible years.
Yes.
Ronbo and I have been there.
Yes,
We've seen Dennis Erickson. We had Jim Drunkenmiller. We had who else do we have?
Don't forget about Tim Rattay. That's my favorite.
Tim Rattay. Oh my God. Oh, we had Trent Dilfer for Christ's sake. Oh, they can't get any worse than those guys. So don't sit there and tell me Kyle's a horrible coach, and we don't have any quarterbacks, and we don't have anything of this or anything of that. Baloney. Look at the NFC right now. The NFC is weak, and we're the strongest team by far in the NFC.
Vegas
and we're going to
put that up there like that, too.
Fine.
It ain't just us saying that.
Yeah. I mean, you know who my favorite player of all time is, and I've told you this.
Tell me again. Is it Rice?
Bubba Paris.
Oh, Bubba.
Bubba Paris.
Bubba was so much fun.
You know why?
Welcome.
Guess who he protected? He protected the man. The man you got right on your board back there.
You know what I loved about Bubba, too? You heard that? You remember that story that Walsh was going around telling people at various eateries, listen, if Bubba comes in here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You want to know my Bubba Paris story?
Make him a salad.
Oh, yeah. They're trying to get him to lose weight, and he just refused.
No, that's why he was so good at what he did.
I know. I mean, when I first met him, he let me put on his Super Bowl ring that he had. Ronbo, I could get 3 of my fingers in that ring.
Yeah, Bubba's.
It was insane. He has some sausage fingers, man. Huge hands.
See, that's why it was hard to get around him.
No. So I know there's probably not a Bubba Paris out there. It never will be, probably ever again. But I'm just saying, there's players out there that we can get in this draft that will make our team even better than it was last year. I know it. I know there is.
That'd be so cool.
And Harold, I'm not a crybaby. Why don't you come up to Montana? I'll show you what crying's all about, buddy. Yeah, get your butt up to Montana.
He's a 49er fan. We're not beating up 49er fans. Listen, you know what?
No, we're teaching them lessons, Ronbo. Just teaching them lessons, Ronbo. That's all it's all about. Yeah.
You know what? I hadn't thought about the draft. And what angles are we going to take, though, as far as that goes? Because I think tight end's going to be the first one. Go ahead.
Oh, God, if we get another great tight end with Kittle, no one's going to stop us, you know? And then
You're looking for years.
And then we got to get some line help, big time line help on offensive line. I've been bitching about that for 3 years, haven't I?
Listen, you're the chorus. We're a band of 1,000 singing. We're crying about that all the time. I do want the 49ers to see if they can fix that, and at least make us stop complaining about it. You know, Michael
I
Vincent.
will never complain. I'm not going to complain about our coach. I think our coach is one of the best coaches that we've ever had. I'm going to put him right behind. I'm putting him right behind Seifert. I'm sorry.
Oh, no,
Bill
you're
Walsh,
right.
Seifert,
Walsh, Seifert. And
yeah.
you got to put Kyle in there because Mariucci was okay, but he wasn't winning like this.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, and Mariucci had basically taken over Seifert's team. Come on, we all know that.
Yeah. See, that's
it was a Seifert team.
So you know.
So
I don't know. We could be a little more grateful.
We know, you and I know losing, the years of losing, and these young ones that are younger 49er fans have no idea.
Well, they do now.
What we went through.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
They're not going through it the same way, though. When you're talking about Erickson and some other people, I mean, that was like you knew on Tuesday or Wednesday, well, let's get ready for another loss. Maybe it'll be a good ball game. We're going to barbecue. We're talking about everything but the game, right? You know?
No, I remember going to the games with my uncle, and I'm sitting there going, you think we're going to make a game of it today, or are we just going to maybe show up and maybe get a touchdown?
Yeah, we're just having an outing. Spend half your time in the concession stand. You want anything from the concession? Yeah, the game's out of hand here. I'll go with you. Well, somebody's got to hold our seats.
Yeah. And the other problem with us as being the 49ers and being as great as we have been for so many years is we're expected to be that way all the time.
See, that's a problem. And there's a standard, and that's been established. But Brian,
we've been the standard for 20 years, man, 30 years, maybe longer.
That's not going to change.
They just don't understand. The young ones don't understand. I'm looking forward to this draft. We got 11 picks. It's going to be amazing, and we're going to be better. And we're going to just destroy people next year. That's what I see happening.
And I do
especially
too,
you lamb chops out there. We're going to be chopping up some lamb. Oh, yeah.
No need to play it. Just call it in. There's no need to play in that game. Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
I'll see you. I'll see you on the chat. I see you on there all the time anyway. All right, Phil.
All right. Well, all of you stay positive. No more negativity. No more crying. No more whining. We're going to be fine.
Night, Phil.
Have a good one. Bye.
You too. Bye.
Buy that Ronbo hat. Everybody buy a Ronbo hat.
You gotta have that, you know. That's as cool as it gets. Brian, I tell you, do great work. All right, Phil. Good night.
Good night.
Hey, Frank.
Ronbo.
Frank, long time no hear from you. How you doing, fam?
No. Yeah, doing pretty good, Ronbo. Just sticking and moving, that's all. Just working hard, chilling. Making them know. My ear's still to the phone, you know. Making sure I listen.
Right.
My ear's still plugged.
So
what's going on? How you been?
Well, look at the grades. We just got to picking up some bodies. Next year, when John Lynch says, well, you know, we don't have a lot of money this year, but we're looking to make sure that we keep some of the better ball players that are already with us, and this and that and this. And John just goes on, and they pick up Hargrave. John, you were holding out on us. What? You know, I love when John's touched the line. It's hilarious. But I mean, Frank, we picked up Isaiah Oliver, and you picked up Darnold.
I love that. I love that pickup.
You got the boy from Clemson. He's gonna come in, learn some things from Kasurik. He's gonna be all right. Well, what are you thinking though?
Yeah, well, the ends for us. We need, huh?
You ain't got a lot of faith in Cleveland.
No. Yeah, I mean, he coming. He under Chris Cassell, so he developed. That's what he do. So whoever we bring in, he gonna make sure they tight and right.
I know, right?
So I'm not. I like this. I like the signings. I like the Isaiah Oliver signing. That was I think that was a Steve Wilkes move right there because he was in that division.
They did not pick him up without talking Steve first.
Shaw, he got speed, Ronbo. He real quick. His coverage is okay, but he quick. He's athletic. And he quick and he bigger. I think he's 6 foot 210, 214 or something like that.
He's 6
but
he's
real fast.
He's kind of light. He's 6'8", 180.
Yeah.
But he's athletic.
No, I think he's 210. I think 210.
Could be.
No,
the stats I was reading could have been from high school. You could be right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, he like 210. Yeah, he got a little weight on him. But that's what we needed, game changing players, Ronbo, like Hargrave,
like
to go with Bosa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
but
Jimmy
the thing
Ward's
is,
over in Texas.
yeah, the thing is though, don't compare Kyle to George Seaver. George Seaver won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no.
Kyle
We're just saying when you look at the list of coaches, Kyle's got to be one of the top 5.
Yeah, but the coach that he's talking, they won a Super Bowl. So you got to put him with Murray. You want to put him with Mariucci and Singletary and stuff. And but I could put Harbaugh in front of Cal. But the thing is, what have they done for us? You got to update the resume though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What have you done for us lately? That's what the league is about. You got to update your resume.
Yep.
I'm tired of getting there every year and we not winning. Like this is 7th year. This it. There ain't no more. We done gave them too many excuses. I'm tired of giving Cal excuses. You need to win it this year. The NFC is weak. The best quarterback right now in the NFC probably is Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
It's Jalen Hurts right now. He's probably the best quarterback in the NFC.
And they taking all his weapons.
And they so. But at the end of the day, I agree with Big Show. We still don't have no quarterback because we don't know what Trey going to be. Hopefully he will be good. We need to see more from Brock Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Darnold can have a breakout year. Cal has shown that anybody can play in his system. You know what I'm saying? So he can get the best out of any quarterback. But when it's time for us to get there, we need to get over that hump. But we need to get over that hump. That's what this draft, they need to pick players that can get us over the hump. And we need to build this offense. The first thing is build that line up, the offensive line. That's what we need. We need to build the offensive line. Get the offensive line together. Get a tight end. You need another safety because Gibson only signed a 1-year deal. He's getting older. We need a safety, and you need another corner. I like Demo. He had a good towards the end, but I still don't. Not my trust is up and down with him. I still want another corner, the lockdown corner. I still want another corner. Demo, okay, I still want another corner. I still think we need to still draft another corner, and that's about it, man. Ronbo, man. It's just I'm tired, man.
It sounds like you're about.
No, I'm just saying. No. I'm just.
I know what you're talking about, tired. No.
Get close, man. Like. You
know
exactly what I'm saying? I'm gray as I don't know what, Ronbo,
yeah.
man. I'm too young to be gray, man. 37 years old, man. Going on 37. I don't need to be gray, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to host that trophy again. I need to host that trophy again, man. You know, I keep watching 94. I remember when I recorded the Super Bowl. We played the Chargers. I'm tired of watching that Super Bowl, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, come on, man. We should be two. We should have had 7 rings right now.
I know, right?
It's
there was no excuse
for
losing that
though.
one in Baltimore.
It's just real though, Ronbo. Cal is Tony Dungeon. Yeah, that's what he about to be, Tony Dungeon. And please stop saying who else can come in there, Ronbo, because we can get another coach.
Well, I'm listening for it. I want to hear some names.
Take us to the promised land, Ronbo. Well, I mean, there's coaches out there. I mean, you know that we can get a coach that can take us to the next level. This is. I feel like this should be his last year, right?
Well, Jed might be thinking the
7
same thing.
years. That's it. 7 years. I mean, hope Jed up there like, man, look, man, this it right here. This 7 years right here, man. This it. Ain't no excuse. The NFC is wide open, Ronbo. Yeah. All the talent in the AFC. So that's why we need to have game changer players for the AFC. When we get there, it should be a breeze going through the NFC. It should be. You know, we the most dominant team in the NFC right now. You know, as far as Vegas, you know what I'm saying, what they think. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to stay healthy.
Frank.
And that's it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we can make a run in the NFC.
And, you know, I fully agree. Frank, I'm going to let you go. But anyway, I'm going to tell you as well. I'll see you Sunday. And hopefully, you know, we can start thinking how hard it is it's going to be for us to win. All right.
I mean, yeah, you right. Yeah, so no more fish sandwich till we start winning.
There you go, Frank.
I'm out of
Now
business
that's
right
serious.
now. I'm out of business. I'm out of business till we start winning. So we win the Super Bowls, but. Well, yeah, I love you, Ronbo, man.
I love you back,
you know, I had to get in here and call, man. I love
Appreciate
you, faithful, man. Everybody have a safe and blessed night, man. All right, Ronbo.
You too, Frank. Night, fam. There goes Frank. Now you heard Frank. That's intensely serious. Frank will deny himself a fish sandwich until the 49ers pick up the Lombardi? That's intense. Hey, Steven at Rome. Steven. Oh, Steven. All right, let's go to the next one. Area code 775. Interesting tonight's show going on a long time. It's preseason. We're still in the spirit, but we're going on over 3 hours. Interesting. Area code 775.
Rumble, what's shaking up?
Even Casey, I'm delighted. I thought about you when I saw Brunskill was no longer here for Casey to pick on. But Casey, you're not feeling good about that, are you? I knew it. You like Brunskill.
No, Rumble, I'll tell you what I'm feeling good about. I hit 3 parlays today.
All right. NBA?
No, all NHL.
All right. Case, there's no ball game. There's no sporting events you don't know about. Do you get involved with MMA and everything else?
No, but I grew up playing hockey, so I kind of know.
Oh, yeah. I guess you're a hockey player? I've never actually known a hockey player. I've never even talked to one. I mean, I know a lot of people like it, but I've never known anybody that played. All right.
Rumble, I could have been a contender, man. Coach was going to put me in fourth quarter. I would have taken state, man. I'm Uncle Rico when it comes to hockey. I don't like talking about it because it hurts, man. You
got to talk like the East Coast when you say that, though, Case. I could have been a contender. Case, that would have been awesome.
Sometimes I have a dream that I'm a San Jose Shark, and it hurts because I really miss hockey. But Rumble, that's not why I'm here. I'm here to talk about the San Francisco 49ers.
I'm going to get to that in a minute.
And I am sad to see. I can only imagine how Aaron Donald feels to see his father move so far across country. But they made some good moves so far. I really like the Javon. They gave Javon Hargrave a lot of money, man. But
money I didn't even know they had.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I mean, before Bosa too. Okay, but yeah, man.
I mean, right? I forgot all about that. I forgot all about
I know.
Well, okay, but Bosa's contract won't kick in until next year anyway.
Is that so?
Yeah, whatever deal they make this year. That's why they wait till the last
think,
minute. He won't get paid this year because they picked up the 5th-year option, so they still owe him for this year under the contract he's under, and the next year kicks in.
Hey, how funny is that? Like how a few nights ago you had the thumbnail with like Lamar Jackson, that who's the quarterback they're gonna get, and then it turns out to be Sam Darnold.
Because John Lynch gets people going. We're pretty much in line with thinking that we're going to need a third quarterback. John, of course you are. You got one. We're not sure when he's going to come back. You got the other one. We're not. You need to be 2 at least. So yeah.
To Sam's credit, he's not a bad player, and he seems like he's a tough player. And, he's probably an upgrade over Josh Allen. It's just so tough to gauge that, man. I mean, it's his first game going into the NFC Championship. Like, I don't know. It's against the Eagles in Philadelphia. Like, that's just like as bad as it could be, for anyone.
Yeah. Where are you, Casey? Who's that lady screaming?
No, it's all good, Bubba. I'm just it's a walkie-talkie.
But
Ronbo, I'm taking melatonin a few minutes ago. I've been on hold for about an hour. So I guess that's
are
my
you
cue
passing
to,
out?
yeah, that's my cue to mosey on out of here.
It's always
And,
something special with you. Case, look, I'm glad to hear from you, Case, because we go too long without Casey. It's just
Yeah.
weird. So good to hear from you.
I
That you're
know.
okay.
I'm
And you want to parlay.
I'm so tired and I'm so medicated, and I miss the Reverend Ronbo show on Sundays, and I miss those seemingly never-endless Victory Mondays. You know, it just seemed like always
I know,
this
right?
win last year.
Did we
Ronbo.
have some victory Mondays this year? My God, it was exciting. I was singing ooh la la every week. Anyway.
This is one of my favorite seasons of all time.
Well, Case, I tell you what, then you go ahead and get to that. I'll see you on Sunday and for the next Bible study class.
All right, Ronbo. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Brunskill. Shout out to me, Ronbo, for being a fan of the greatest football team in the world.
There you go. All right, Case. You'll be okay. All right, fam. I got a cast that calls in there. I just love them, man. You guys are great. Like, and Tony's part of the group, too. Hey, Tony.
Ronbo, good evening, Ronbo. Yeah, you guys had me laughing tonight.
You know,
the chat and callers.
I know. I tell you, it's been hilarious. You know, because those of us who've been around long enough to see the 49ers having won a Super Bowl, a lot of us are taking shots at the youngsters for complaining because we went through some pain and suffering. We complained. I think we complained at that time too, but I think there were no times when we were complaining. 49ers were really getting beat up, but now it's not like they're getting beat up. So, you know, Tony, you know, Isaiah Oliver, you know, it's so funny because when I was reading on him, I was laughing because I was thinking, Tony said this about Falcon fans. They talked bad about him after the draft, didn't they? Because he wasn't as good on the edge as he was in the slot. Is that right?
Oh, but you put him in that slot, Ronbo, he's a monster.
Was he a cap casualty?
No, what happened is we re-signed Caleb McGarry, by the way. We re-signed him.
Okay.
After, and we got him at a cheap deal, too, because I thought he was going to get paid like McGlinchey and a couple others. But
I know.
Days went by.
What,
and I'm like, somebody picked him up, and then we were signing him for, 3 years? I think $33 million. That's all he got. $11 million a year. He didn't pay $19 he wanted.
Good. Must have had a big guarantee. Guarantee or signing bonus or something. You know, that's a lot of people don't understand. A lot of time players aren't really itching just to get out. If they would have offered Mike McGlinchey anything, I think he would have taken it as well. He wanted to stay.
Yep.
But, yeah, you know, 49ers didn't want
him. You guys got a big back corner. Don't put him on the outside. And he tore his – you already read this earlier. He did tear his ACL week 4 of 2021. He had a slow start last year, but the week before we played the Niners,
he's coming on.
When he was back to his Tampa, and then, you know, the week we played y'all, he got his first interception.
Yep. He can play. You can tell he can play. And he comes from a pedigree. His whole family can play.
6'1", 210. 6'1", 210. Right. He's got the same body type as Rod Woodson. I was saying this with the Falcons. We played him in preseason at some free safety, Ronbo. That's something you guys might want to consider.
How did he do?
Talk to him about that. He did okay. He had an interception against the Jets in a scrimmage. I saw that footage at free safety. I thought we was going to play him a little at free safety in the season, but we needed him in the slot where he's good at, so we put him back in the slot.
Yeah, because you've already got a guy back there in the safety spot, right?
Yeah, well, we got Richie Grant, a second-round pick we got in 2021, and Jalen Hawkins, our fourth-round pick. But Jalen Hawkins just lost his job because they're going to move Richie Grant to strong safety where Hawkins played, and we got the best free safety in the game in Gussie Bates.
All right. Yeah, I was going to say, I saw somebody congratulate you for getting Bates. You know, I tell you. And
I didn't think that was
49er
going to
fans.
happen. Remember that video I told you about where they was all in the restaurant?
Yep.
I didn't think it was going to happen.
See, those
But Ronbo, I got a question to ask you about Clelin Ferrell. Y'all got some coaches that could work with him and bring out what he was in college on that all-star defensive line with him and Christian Wilkins and Dexter Lawrence, who's with the Giants.
Oh, they were.
Y'all can get that back out of him. The Raiders don't have coaches. Okay.
Apparently. But Tony, why is Max Crosby as good as he is?
I don't know. And Max Crosby was a 4th or 5th round pick.
3rd round, I think.
Yeah, and Clelin Ferrell was like the 4th player chosen the whole time.
I know, right? But then again, they said the Raiders picked him up a little too high anyway. And then they could have traded down and still got Clelin Ferrell. So, and like I said, that's why Mike Mayoko is no longer in the game. He just left. Yeah, I've not heard anything from him in any area of football since he got fired. I guess he was embarrassed.
And Ronbo, I didn't fall asleep the other night. I was doing laundry in the basement. I tried to run downstairs and then get back upstairs. When I came back up, you guys were gone. I just took my phone with me.
I know because Tony is a great hubby. The dude does domestics around the house. I'm telling you, I'm impressed with that, Tony.
But Ronbo, congratulations. Y'all got the best defensive tackle in the draft. I mean, in free agency. I did not see that coming, Ronbo. I didn't see it.
Nobody did. Because they were making it clear to us that they didn't have any extra money this year, and they were just hoping to sign our own guys, and that's it. And they came up with that big deal. Said, wait a minute, John. You fooled a lot of people, not only 49er fans, but apparently people around the league. They didn't think you could pull out numbers like that because Hargraves was more people wanted Hargraves than us.
Yeah, but remember I told you on one of your shows that Colin Cowherd said y'all had some money. Remember I was telling you that?
Yeah.
Obviously that was true. Yeah. Yannick Ngakoue still ain't been signed, Ronbo. This reminds me of a McGarry situation. Maybe he's not going to get as much as he thought. I don't know why. With 8.5 sacks a year, he would do good for us and y'all. One of us got to get him.
Remember, the same thing happened to Clowney. Clowney has been looking for a job just about every other year, if not every year for a stretch. And he always gets signed. He'll get signed this year, and he'll be let go at the end of the season. It's very strange.
Clowney and Ngakoue. Now, Clowney can't carry Ngakoue's jockstrap.
Not anymore.
That's what's like. Yeah.
Maybe
somebody
Ngakoue, maybe he's asking for too much or something. That's very strange.
That's what they're saying in one of my chats, that he's asking for too much.
Yeah.
He's not going to get it because so far he's still not signed. And Ronbo, Colin Cowherd told me something I wasn't aware. He was talking about the Aaron Rodgers situation. He said before Aaron Rodgers went on his dark cave retreat, he told the Packer management in front of laughs that he was 80% sure he was going to retire before he left. None of us knew. So when he came back, when he came back, oh, no, I think I want to play this and that. He said the Packer management said, well, we're going another way.
Yeah, because he played that out. Or he knew they were going to react that way.
They're pissed off at him. They're tired of his antics. So, and they say, you have nothing to stand on. We have all the power. And then they said that the Packer organization told the Jets, okay, you call it when you want Aaron Rodgers, you call us, and we'll tell you what we want, and we're going to take as much time as you want. That's their way of getting back at Aaron Rodgers. That's why,
even if season's already started.
Yep. All the quarterbacks are fine, but him. So I cracked up.
Does he know that Rodgers? He has to know he's pissing people off, and these things are going to backfire on him. I don't know what is he thinking.
Yeah. He's calling those shots. He thinks he calls shots. He's calling those shots.
Well, he did manipulate this situation to get what he wanted, although I don't know if he wanted it to come out this way because he needs to be in camp as soon as possible in New York. There's a lot to learn. The Green Bay's right to make him wait.
He manipulated the Jets a little bit, Ronbo, because I think the Jets have one of the best receiving corps in football with Garrett Wilson, Corey Davis, the guy they got in free agents, which you like.
Yep.
What's his name? Elijah Moore, their former second-round pick, 2021, and the guy like Denzel Mims, the 2020 second-round pick. But they just signed Alan Lazard from the Packers.
Which Mims has got to be just smoking mad because he was already not getting enough playing time.
Yeah,
But they're talking about Elijah Moore. I can't see Elijah Moore being gone. He was their number 3 in their offense. But from what I heard, either Mims is going to be gone or Corey Davis. The question is, are they going to cut him or are they going to trade him? We'll give him a 5th round.
And they should let Mims go because if Mims asked to leave, yeah. Pretty strange. Jets got a great defense, too. If Aaron does get over there, they're going to win the East.
I agree. Or at least they'll finish behind Buffalo because I think Buffalo's still good. But the Jets are going to be better than Miami, and Miami's good, but the Jets are going to be better.
Yeah, well, then they would,
Yeah.
Aaron's gone over to the AFC where all the quarterbacks are. But then Aaron says, no, they need to be scared of me. Yeah, I mean, Aaron probably does think that way of himself.
Yeah. No, I don't understand the Raiders move of trading Darren Waller for a 3rd round pick.
I don't understand.
Something's going on.
That was strange. Waller must have did something. Because
Maybe
him and Devontae.
Yeah. They just get Jimmy G. Yeah, they just get Jimmy G. Jimmy G's happy. I got a good tight end. And then they trade him 2 days later.
That was really
Maybe
strange.
they're going to draft somebody.
Well, they got Devontae.
Yeah.
Maybe that was taken away from Waller's shots anyway. Well, Tony, good stuff as always. I'll be back Sunday, and let's talk some more.
Ronbo, have your coaches get Drake Jackson ready.
Yeah,
it's his time, Ronbo. Another defensive end, opposite Bosa.
He better be
like
training.
He did in college.
That's right, endurance
he's
training.
Got the goods, Ronbo. Yeah.
He's got to get it done.
Clelin Ferrell can be that rotational guy.
Yeah.
Him and Jordan Willis.
And both of them youngsters. Well, that would be nice. Well, Cleveland's 26, but that's still perfect.
The monsters y'all got in the middle, boy. Woo.
Ooh, I can't wait. Next to Nick. Oh,
and you know who's going to eat? You know who's going to eat, Ronbo? Just like he did when Buckner was there. Armstead for the eat now.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm looking forward to. And that means automatically Nick will be in. Anyway, Tony.
Yep.
Great talk. Congratulations on your pickups as well. I tell you what, I'll see you Sunday.
Well, the Rams can't be congratulating because they're losing players on both sides.
Even as we speak.
And Ronbo, I called it. The Cowboys cut Zeke yesterday.
You saw that coming.
They cut Cody.
All right, Tony. We're going to go because I got way too many people still left on the phone. I'm going to put out here in a minute. Night, fam.
I'll see you Friday.
All right.
Yes, sir. Good night.
All right. Yo, Merrick. Merrick. Let's go to the next one. Oh, my God. Hey, Steven. Didn't we just check on Steven a minute ago first? Okay. Steven? All right. It's getting pretty late. Is that it? We just called Merrick. Merrick, you there? Yo, Merrick. Raiders to the Super Bowl. Thanks, Chris. That would be funny, though. You know what? I tell you, what people don't understand is Jimmy's back with the coach that raised him. He is not going to put a leash on him. It's going to be interesting to see if the Raiders, how they change next year. People think the Jimmy we saw is the only Jimmy there is. I remember watching him was a couple of games when he was with the Patriots. It's going to be interesting to see what happens next. Anyway, I do not like the Raiders, by the way. People, Bubba, you like the Raiders now? No. But, I saw that coming. It makes sense. McDaniel is over with the Raiders. Jimmy's open. They're going to get him. I knew it. Fam, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Thanks for the contribution, Chris. Good luck to you. I'll see you Sunday. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Night.